Hey, boys and girls, don't forget about our Long on the Ducks bounce house located at the end of the third base concourse. It's a big attraction here at the ballpark. It's only $2, or for $5 you can purchase a wristband. It's good for the entire ball game to bounce around. Remember, that's the Long on the Ducks bounce house located at the end of the third base concourse. Try it out. It's another great way to enjoy your time here at the ballpark this afternoon. And fans, don't forget while you're here at the ballpark this afternoon to check out our beer garden. It's located in the Smoking House party deck area, located along the lower concourse at the end of the third base line. Now you can grab a beer from Great South Lake Brewery, then stay and watch the game by the drink rail or in our special Long on the Ducks furniture. You can even try our exclusive private label beer, Ducktail Ale. It's all available today at the beer garden, located in the Smoking House party deck area along the lower concourse at the end of the third base line.
Viva la vida.
And you know, fans, one of our favorite nights of the year, Bark in the Park night, is coming up on Tuesday evening, May the 16th. Grand Island Dutch will be taking on the York Revolution. Game time is at 6:35, the game's open at 5:35, so bring your favorite furry little companion with you. Enjoy a night at the ballpark. It's Bark in the Park night, Tuesday night, May the 16th. For more information, visit the Long Island Dutch ticket kiosk, the upper concourse, right behind home plate, for more valuable information.
Here's the list of everybody.
And as a special thank you to the men and women of the armed forces who risk their lives to keep us safe, active military members with a valid military ID can receive a special $7 ticket offer for every Monday night game here at Bethpage Ballpark when you purchase your tickets at the Bethpage Ballpark box office. Our first Monday night game is tomorrow night. That's Monday night, May 8th. Game time is 6:35, 8 to 5:35, as the Long Island Dutch will take on the York Revolution. That's tomorrow night. Remember that special $7 ticket offer for active military members who show a valid military ID.
that there, like last time I was getting this game, yeah, they just had a 5-run lead in the first inning. Yeah.
At fans, while you're here at the ballpark today, make sure you try the Long Island Dutch fast pitch game at the end of the first base concourse. For just $2, you receive free throws. That's the Long Island Dutch fast pitch game located at the end of the first base concourse. Another fun thing to do here at Bethpage Ballpark. And boys and girls, here's another fun thing to do. It's the Long Island Ducks ducktail and inflatable slide, located at the end of the first base concourse. It's only $2, or if you purchase a wristband for $5, you can slide around for the entire ball game. Remember, that's the Long Island Ducks ducktail and inflatable slide, located at the end of the first base concourse. Another great way to enjoy your time here at Bethpage Ballpark this afternoon.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt, up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one crack away from the championship.
Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. Adam Bailey makes the catch. And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
Swinging a ground ball, hit toward short, charging in his lines. He fields, throws to first. The comeback is complete. From 2-0 down in the series, the Long Island Ducks have won 3 in a row at home. And for the 5th time in franchise history, they will head to the Atlantic League Championship Series.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks pregame show.
Live from Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York, it's time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. And this afternoon, the Long Island Ducks take on the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs in the finale of a 3-game series. Well, hello again, everyone. This is Chris King. We thank you so much for tuning in to Ducks Baseball today around the world at liducks.com, at youtube.com/ducksbaseball, and facebook.com/liducks, and making us part of your Sunday afternoon entertainment. Long Island trying to salvage the finale of a 3-game series, as on Friday night they got the pitching but not the hitting in a 2-1 loss. Last night the hitting arrived, but they didn't get the pitching, and they fell 8-5. So today they try to avoid a sweep for the first time all season, and they will hand the ball to right-hander Matt Larkins. And the Blue Crabs will counter with their right-hander Justin DeFreitas, who's been one of the best pitchers in the Atlantic League this season. Well, certainly the big star of the game last night for Long Island was Angelo Sano. In the contest, Sano went 3 for 4, scored 2 runs, drove in 4, had a single and a pair of homers, and became the first Duck this season a homer twice in the same game. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll listen to the highlights of last night's game, and we'll hear from Angelo himself when we return to Central Islip.
Hey fans, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1. That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Chris King back at Bethpage Ballpark on just a beautiful afternoon for baseball. And again, the finale of this 3-game set between the Long Island Ducks and the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, with the Ducks trying to snap the Crabs' 2-game winning streak. Well, last night was certainly all about Angelo Sano for Long Island. Their designated hitter and 3-man went 3 for 4 in the game, scored twice and drove in 4, and that included a single and a pair of home runs. He is now tied for the league lead in homers with 5, and he has 12 runs batted in. That is third most in the Atlantic League. He has homered 4 times in his last 5 games, and he has 10 RBIs in that run. So let's start listening back to some of Sanko's night from last evening. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Ducks down 1-0, 1 out, with Delta Cleary Jr. at first and Sano in his first at bat. 2-0 in the air and deep to left field. Corey Vaughn going back to the track near the wall, looking up. It's gone! A 2-run homer to left center for Angelo Sano. His team leading 4th of the year. The fireworks spectacular light the night sky. He gets the low 5 from Kevin Baez at third, claps as he gets to the plate, and Sano has put Long Island on top, 2-1. Well, Angelo is just getting started, because the next time he came up was the bottom of the third. At this point, the Ducks are up 2-1. They have Delta Cleary Jr. at second with 2 away for Sano once again. First pitch ripped into right center field for a base hit. Turning third and coming home to score is Delta Cleary Jr. Going for second is Sano. He'll turn back. It's an RBI single for Angelo Sano. He has driven in all 3 Long Island runs tonight, and the Ducks have a 3-1 lead. So Ducks up 3-1 at that point, but it would turn nasty for Long Island after the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs put up a 5 spot in the top of the 8th. So it was the Crabs up 7-3 as we went to the home 8th, and after back-to-back strikeouts by Fainalt Lentini and Delta Cleary Jr., up stepped Sano once again. And it's well hit to right field. Zach Cohen, the right fielder, going back, looking up, and that ball is gone! It clears both walls and right for Angelo Sano, his 2nd homer of the night, his 5th homer of the season. The fireworks light the sky here in CI, and he has driven in all 4 Long Island runs tonight. The Ducks close within 3. It's a 7-4 game. So what a night for Sano. The Ducks weren't done scoring yet, though, as the very next batter was Mark Krause for Long Island. So, boy, when Sano caught up to the heat, that ball traveled. Taken deep to left. Vaughn back at the track, at the wall, leaping up, and that ball is gone! A solo homer to left for Mark Krause. His 2nd of the season, make it back-to-back bombs, and the Ducks are within 2. It's a 7-5 game. Well, we talked about getting 2 in the inning. The Ducks have done that, but they might not be done yet. Well, again, we thought they would cut that lead in half with a 2 to make it a 2-run game, but Southern Maryland would score once in the 9th and go on to an 8-5 victory. It marked the first time all year that the Ducks had lost a game they were leading after 7 innings. They were a perfect 6-0 in that situation. Southern Maryland hadn't won a game all year when trailing after 7 innings, as they were 0-6. So I spoke with Angelo Sano before today's game, and I asked him what the feeling was in the clubhouse for Long Island following that tough 8-5 loss. Here's Sano.
It wasn't too pleasant, especially for me personally. I take losses very personally, no matter, whether I have a good game or a bad game. Any loss that we have as a team is not a fun one.
So like baseball, though, it's always great to get out there the next day, and especially day game after a night game, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of baseball. You got to have a short-term memory, and after a tough loss, you dwell on it for a little bit, and then you just come back the next day, brand new day and ready to get after it.
How about for you personally to have, 3 hits, a pair of homers, 4 runs batted in? It was a whale of a game.
Yeah, it was a good day personally, but all said and done, I'd rather have the win.
What about for you personally? Why has the ball been flying out as it is now to have you tied for the league lead in homers?
Just seeing the ball good, putting a good swing on it, and just making sure I get my pitch to hit and making sure I don't miss it.
Who are some of the older players that maybe have been mentors for you so far here?
I really picked the brain of, I talked to Nolan a lot and Mark Krause. I played actually against Mark back in the day, and it's finally good to be a teammate with him, and I kind of watch him, and I talk to Berg a lot. We talk about hitting. We're roommates on the road, so we get to talking a lot, and it's a good time.
Well, you mentioned Nolan Reimold. What is it like to share a clubhouse with a guy who spent the last 8 years in the big leagues and played over 100 games there last year?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, he's a great presence in the clubhouse, good leadership, and talking to him and picking his brain a little bit it's fun.
What about today? What are your thoughts going out for the finale of the series against the Crabs?
Just trying to get that win. All in all, that's what it is, and that's what it takes, and trying to get that win today.
Anything why it's been so hard to win here at home? Usually home is where you guys flourish, and this year it's almost been a little bit of the opposite.
It's still early. It's no fun to win at your home or lose at your own ballpark, but we'll get back at it and no problem.
Well, Angelo, thanks for the time and stay hot.
Appreciate it.
Again, that is Angelo Sano, the hottest member of the Long Island Ducks these days, pushing his average up to 300 last night. And again, with 5 homers, he is tied for the league lead. And with that RBI total of 12, he is third in the Atlantic League. He's also a native of Idaho, and he's sending a special shout-out today to his family listening online, his wife Charnay, his son Casey, and his very young daughter Kiyomi. So we welcome the Sano family to today's broadcast, and Long Island hoping for a big victory after a tough loss last night. We'll take a break, and when we come back, a closer look at the pitching matchup for today's finale of this 3-game set. Righty Matt Larkins goes for Long Island against fellow righty Justin DeFreitas for the Blue Crabs.
Hey fans, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish the Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Welcome back to Bethpage Ballpark, where Matt Larkins goes today for Long Island. No record and a 2.70 ERA, looking for his first win of the season. Meanwhile, for the Crabs, their right-hander Justin DeFreitas will pitch in his first road game. He is 2-1 with an outstanding 1.30 earned run average, and he's trying to avenge his only loss of the season, which came to these Long Island Ducks opening night in Waldorf, Maryland, in a 7-1 Long Island victory. We are just about set for our national anthem. Tonight it'll be done by the St. James Elementary School. We turn it over to PA announcer Bob O'Tone. The Bullet.
The Long Island Ducks would like to introduce to you on this Monday afternoon the Forest Avenue Elementary School 5th grade class from West Babylon. The Long Island Ducks want to wish them the best of luck in the upcoming future. Congratulations to the Forest Avenue Elementary School 5th grade class from West Babylon. And now, fans, we ask you to please rise, remove your hats and caps. And veterans, we invite you to salute. The Long Island Ducks are very proud to introduce to you this afternoon the St. James Elementary School, who will lead us in the singing of our national anthem.
Well, terrific job with our national anthem today. That is the St. James Elementary School. The Dream Teamers, the youngsters on the field, are from the Mineola Little League and the East Hampton Little League Diamondbacks. And the color guard over at first base, Cub Scout Pack 29 from East Moriches and Cub Scout Pack 329 from Comac. So just about set for baseball. Ducks and Blue Crabs finale of a 3-game set. Again, Southern Maryland has won the first 2 games of the series, and both teams come in with identical records of 8-8 on the year. For the Blue Crabs, that puts them tied for second in the Freedom Division, just 1 game back of the first place Sugarland Skeeters, and their rookie manager John Harris has filled out his lineup as follows. Gary Brown will lead it off in center field. Jose Lozada, the 2-man at short. Corey Vaughn in left field bats third, and Michael Snyder, who had a pair of homers last night, will DH and hit cleanup. Zach Wilson is at first base batting 5th. Zach Cohn hits 6th in right field. The 7-man is Patrick Palmero, the 3rd baseman. In the 8-hole, it's Edwin Garcia, their 2nd baseman. And batting 9th and catching is Ryan Wiggins. Again on the hill, Justin DeFreitas, the right-hander, who's 2-1 on the year with a 1.30 earned run average. For Kevin Baez, Long Island Ducks, their 8-8 mark puts them 3rd in the Liberty Division, 3 games back of the first-place Somerset Patriots, and Phelan Lentini leads it off in right field. Delta Cleary Jr., the 2-man in center. Red-hot Angelo Sano with 2 more homers last night, bats 3rd in left field, and Mark Krause is the cleanup hitter at first base. Longtime Baltimore Oriole Nolan Reimold will DH and bat 5th. Cody Puckett at 3rd base hits 6th. Batting 7th, it's Dan Lyons, the shortstop. Hitting 8th, the catcher, Dominic Blanco. And batting 9th today and playing 2nd base, it's Giovanni Alfonso. On the hill right now, going through his warm-ups, the 28-year-old right-hander from Moscow, Idaho, 6'1", 220-pound Matt Larkins, who makes his 4th appearance of the year and his 3rd start. He's got no record, but a tidy 2.70 earned run average. In 10 innings worked, he's allowed 11 hits, he's walked 3, and he struck out 7. So again, the Crabs have won both of the first 2 games of this series. Friday night, a 2-1 victory. Last night, an 8-5 win. Southern Maryland looking for their first 3-game winning streak of the year. And the Ducks, who have dropped 2 in a row, have not lost 3 in a row all season. So Blue Crabs trying to win 3 in a row for the first time all year. Ducks trying to avoid losing 3 straight for the first time all season. So we are just about set for baseball on this Sunday afternoon as Matt Larkins is ready to go. And the first man to face him is the center fielder for the Blue Crabs. From the right side, Gary Brown begins to dig in. He leads the team in batting average at .295. He's got a pair of homers and 9 runs batted in. So Brown is ready. Larkins from the first base side of the rubber ready to come home. And the first pitch of today's ball game is up high for a ball, 1-0. So 1:38 p.m. is our time of the first pitch. We'll get our temperature after pitch number 2 here as Larkins deals. And there's a strike. 1-1.
Transportation Services temperature of today's ball game, 58 degrees.
So 58 degrees, exactly where we were last night for first pitch, and still that strong wind blowing right now from right towards left. The 1-1 coming to Brown is up high, says home plate umpire Chris Engstrand. He's joined by Frank Urilli at first base and Mike Williams around at third. So 2-1 the count on Brown as Larkins stares into his catcher, Dominic Blanco. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. A good fastball at the belt, and that'll even things up at 2-2. Well, behind Matt Larkins today, he has Mark Krause at first base, Giovanni Alfonso at second, Dan Lyons is the shortstop, and Cody Puckett at third. Angelo Sanko's in left, Delta Cleary Jr. in center, Phelan Lentini in right, and again, Dominic Blanco is the catcher. The 2-2 from Larkins. And that a ground ball right side. Giovanni to his left. It goes under his glove and into right field. And so that's a leadoff single the other way for Gary Brown. Well, Brown, the team leader in stolen bases with 7 on the year. He had one here Friday night. He's been caught just twice. So we'll keep an eye on him. And here's the only left-handed bat that Matt Larkins will face in this game. It's the switch-hitting Jose Lozada, the shortstop, who on the season is batting .167, no homers, 1 run batted in. So again, every other batter in the starting lineup, the other 8, are all right-handed hitters today for Matt Larkins. Brown right at the cutout, and Lozada takes high for a ball, the count 1-0. Lozada had his first hit of the season last night. He'd only played in 2 games prior to this series. He was 0 for 2. Well, prior to last night, I should say. as he was 0 for 2 here Friday, then went 1 for 4 last night with his first run scored and first ribby as well. As here, he takes up high, it's 2-0. So talking to Kevin Baez, the manager of the Ducks, it certainly was frustrating the last 2 games. As Friday night, the Ducks got incredible pitching, but didn't hit and lost 2-1. And last night scored 5 runs, the most they've scored in any home game this year, but gave up 8. So they got the hitting and not the pitching, and they fell 8-5. Larkins behind here, Lozada 2-0. And now gets an inside strike, 2-1. So the Ducks at home here, too, really have to get going. They've actually dropped 4 straight home games after winning their home opener over New Britain. They have lost the next 4 straight home games. So they are 1-4 at home. And that one home win, the fewest of any team in the league. Larkin's going to soft toss over to first here as Brown diving back to the bag. Didn't really need to do it there, but got himself dirty and into the game here. No score, top of the first. Southern Maryland with the leadoff man aboard and Jose Lozada trying to move him along. Larkins again pitching almost off that corner of the rubber on the first base side. Deals, and that looped into center field. It'll get down for a base hit. So Brown will stop at second, and back-to-back singles by Brown and Lozada have Southern Maryland set up here with nobody out.
Hitting third, left fielder number 27, Corey Vaughn.
So a seeing eye single through the right side for Gary Brown, a little blooper over the outstretched arm of Dan Lyons by Lozada. And it's first and second and nobody out for Corey Vaughn, their left fielder and 3-man from the right side. Vaughn hitting an even 200 on the year, a homer, and 3 runs batted in. Takes a good look at the defense. That's medium depth, maybe a couple of steps around toward left for him to pull. Slightly open stance for Vaughn as Larkins comes set and checks Brown at second base. First pitch is inside for ball 1. Tough series for Corey Vaughn so far as he's just 1 for 7. Did have his only hit last night, a single, scored a run, and did draw 2 walks. He's actually up to 11 walks on the year. That's 4th most in the Atlantic League. Larkins 1-0. Slider strike, and it evens things up. And Larkins last work Wednesday in relief. It was game 2 of a doubleheader in York. And after Tyler Levine in a spot start went 7 innings, they brought in Larkins to pitch what turned out to be just 1 inning, but he threw 28 pitches in that inning and gave up 3 runs. The 1-1 is just outside for ball 2. But again, he came into a game the Ducks were leading 8-2. When he left, they were up 8-5. So in that outing, 1 inning pitched for Matt, 4 hits, 3 runs all earned, no walks, and 1 strikeout. But the Ducks were desperate to get somebody in the game pitching-wise after a bunch of rainouts, a bunch of doubleheaders, and finally the schedule has calmed down a bit for Long Island. 2-1 here is bounced foul down the left field line. And the count now 2-2 on Corey Vaughn. So again, Larkins has pitched well, but has no record, no wins, no losses, a 2.70 earned run average. And his last start was a week ago today at home against the New Britain Bees. He was going on 3 days rest and pitched 5 innings of 4 hit shutout ball, but took a no decision in a 5-1 defeat. It'll be a 2-2 to Vaughn. And that looped foul back to the screen, the count holds. And Matt's first start of the year was April 26th in Bridgewater, New Jersey. A no decision in a 2-1 loss to the Patriots, where he went 4 innings of 3-hit ball, allowed 1 run, it was unearned, had a walk and a strikeout. Larkins 3 outings, 2 starts, and 1 relief appearance. He's still looking for that elusive first win of the year. 2-2 is ripped into left field for a base hit. Gary Brown is going to be held at third. So 3 straight singles by the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, but that's the first hard hit ball of the day, and they have loaded the bases with nobody out.
Batting in the 4th position, designated hitter number 16, Michael Snyder. Number 16.
So here's the DH and cleanup man from the right side. It's Michael Snyder. .270 hitter, 3 homers, 7 runs batted in. What a monster game he had last night. He went 3 for 5, scored twice, drove in 3, and that included a double and a pair of home runs. So the red-hot Snyder in a great spot here for the Crabs, trying to jump on top with the bases loaded and nobody out. Righty for Larkins. First pitch is popped up foul, out of play, first base side. Well, very similar to last night where John Brownell struggled in the top of the first. It actually took Brownell 33 pitches to get through the top of the first inning. Southern Maryland ended up with a run on 3 hits, but Brownell left the bases loaded, and he ended up striking out the side. So right now, a heap of trouble for Matt Larkins and Long Island, and not the guy you want at the plate for the Ducks as far as Michael Snyder is concerned. Larkins ahead of him, 0-1. First pitch, or second pitch, I should say, is another foul ball in the same spot for strike 2. Snyder last night had a 2-run homer down the left field line in the top of the 8th, and that put Southern Maryland back in front to stay. They trailed 3-2 at that time, went up 4-3. They would never trail again. And then in his very next at-bat in the 9th inning, he hit a solo homer to right field to make it an 8-5 game. And he only had 1 homer all year coming into the game, and he had a pair here last night as both teams homered 3 times. 0-2 is up and away for ball 1. Snyder coming off a great year a season ago for Southern Maryland, where he hit .304, 10th best average in the league, and he did have 25 home runs. That was 3rd most in the Atlantic League, so it certainly was unusual for him to have only 1 home run in the first 16 games of the year. 1-2, little tapper foul behind home plate, and the count holds. So very similar to last night, where Matt Larkins is going to spend a lot of time on the hill here just trying to get through the first inning. And again, the Ducks last night were down 1-0 in the middle of the first, scored 2 in the bottom of the frame. Ducks eventually would go up 3-1, but then we told you about that Snyder home run that turned the tables and put Southern Maryland on top. And they had a big 5-run 8th, most of that against Eric Gagne in his second game for Long Island. 1-2 here is taken to right field. Lentini going over, he won't get there. He'll grab it on 1 hop. Brown will score as they play station-to-station baseball, do the Crabs. And on 4 straight singles, Southern Maryland grabs a 1-0 lead. So Michael Snyder picks up RBI 8 on the season and his 5th of this series. And Zach Wilson will be the next hitter. Still nobody out and the bases loaded. And brand new pitching coach Billy Horn is going to make an early visit to the mound here. So the Ducks burn their first time out in the top of the first. So everybody moves around the base. Gary Brown came home to score from third base. Jose Lozada went to third. Corey Vaughn to second. Snyder aboard at first. And the conversation very quick between Billy Horn and Matt Larkins. Also a visit from his catcher, Dominic Blanco. And that'll bring up Zach Wilson, the first baseman and 5-man from the right side. Wilson also had a homer last night, a solo shot to left center in the top of the 6th. That brought Southern Maryland within 3-2. So still nobody out, 4 straight singles, a couple of soft ones, a couple of hard ones, and now here's Wilson. Larkins pitch, swung through, belt-high heat, 0-1. Wilson batting .233. That homer last night was his first of the year, and he has driven in 6. Be an 0-1 to him. And that tapper straight to the backstop, 0-2. And Wilson, with that homer last night, that was his only hit of the game and the only time he got aboard. He was 1 for 5 with a run and a ribby. But that was a big hit because he is the only player this year in the Atlantic League to reach base in all 16 games that he has played. So he's found a way on in every single game Southern Maryland has played this year, and that leads the Atlantic League. Larkins in front of him, 0-2. And Matt's pitch taken the other way to right field. It's a base hit. Jose Lozada will score. Again, they hold the runner at third in Vaughn. 5 straight singles for Southern Maryland to begin the game, and it's now a 2-0 advantage. So Matt Larkins just trying to get that elusive first out, but they just keep spinning the carousel, do the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, as this time Lozada scores. Corey Vaughn to third, Michael Snyder to second, Zach Wilson at first. Nobody out, bases still loaded, 2-0 Crabs. And here's Zach Cohn, the right fielder and 6-man from the right side. Cohn batting .278, second best average on the Crabs. No homers, 4 runs batted in. Larkin's first pitch. Nubbed foul back behind home plate, 0-1. So Matt's actually getting out in front of the hitters here. But they are just making solid contact. Again, the first 2 singles were softly hit, Browns and Lozada's, but the last 3 have all been well struck. And Kevin Baez, hate to say, it's got a decision to make pretty quickly because his pitching coach has already been out to the hill once. If he has to go out again, Larkin's day is over. Here it's up and away for ball 1. We told you how taxed the Ducks bullpen had been during the series in York. Well, they've had a couple of days to get it back together. You never want to have to go to your bullpen in the very first inning. But Larkins needs to get it out and get one quickly. 1-1 here on Zach Cohn. Swing and a miss, and again he's in front, 1-2. Again, for Matt Larkins, it's his second year as a Duck, second year in the Atlantic League, and his 6th year of pro ball. Never drafted, no affiliated ball on his resume, so independent baseball only. And again, last year, traded to the Ducks from independent Lincoln in the American Association on September 7th, pitched in 2 regular season games and 2 playoff games. 1-2 here is looped down the right field line. A long run for everybody. That's going to drop in. So Corey Vaughn scores. 6 straight singles by Southern Maryland to begin this game, and they have a 3-0 lead. So Vaughn comes home from third. Snyder to third. Wilson to second. Cohn to first. 3-0 Southern Maryland. Nobody out. Bases loaded for the 7-man, Patrick Palmeiro.
Palmeiro, number 6.
And Matt Larkins has to be on an extremely short leash right here. As here's Palmeiro, the third baseman and 7-man, a right-handed hitter. .250 average, 2 homers. He leads the club with 9 runs batted in. First pitch to him is right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. So again, we talked about Snyder driving in that first run, RBI 8 on the year for him. Wilson knocks in the second, his 7th ribby, and Cohn delivers the third, his 5th run batted into the year. Once again, Larkins in front, though, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Slider in the air to center field. Delta Cleary Jr. will line it up. There is the first out. Snyder's going to tag from third and score as the throw comes into third. And finally, an out recorded by Matt Larkins, but a run scores for Southern Maryland, and they lead it 4-0. So the other 2 runners hold. Wilson at second, Cohn at first, 1 away. And here is the 8-man, Edwin Garcia. Unofficially, Matt Larkins at 29 pitches already, and it takes him his 29th pitch to get the first out. That is just incredible. And Al Garcia, the second baseman and 8-man from the right side, stands in. 4-0 Crabs on 6 singles to open the game, and then the sac fly. Here's strike 1 on Garcia, who is a .240 hitter, 5th best average on the club, no homers, and he's knocked in 6. So Wilson stayed at second, Cohn at first. Palmeiro records the first out but drives in a run with it. And now the 0-1 is in there for a strike, 0-2. So for Patrick Palmeiro, a run batted in number 10 on the year to add to his team-leading total. Actually was tied with Gary Brown, 9 apiece coming in, so now he regains that lead at 10. And 0-2 the count on Garcia. Larkins checks Wilson at second. 0-2 swing and a miss. It's dropped by Blanco. He'll tag Garcia. And on his first strikeout of the afternoon, Matt Larkins records out number 2.
Hitting ninth, the catcher, number 25, Ryan Wiggins. Number 25.
So the Blue Crabs have batted around as Ryan Wiggins, the 9-man, is in. And their catcher hits from the right side. And I want to talk about a tough night last night. Ryan Wiggins 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts. The Olympic rings, if you will. And in the series, he's now 0 for 8 with 7 strikeouts. Takes a strike, and it's 0-1. So certainly Matt Larkins will take any type of out he can get. And he's in front 0-1. Set at the belt, the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. 4-0 Blue Crabs in the top of the first. But now Larkins finally a strike away from ending this very long top of the frame, as Southern Maryland has been batting right now for 18 minutes. That's a long time for the team to be on the field. And here's Larkins 0-2. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. So finally, Matt Larkins gets 3 outs, but not before Southern Maryland gets 4 runs on 6 hits, and they leave 2. Middle of the first at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. It is the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 4, and the Long Island Ducks coming to bat.
Hey fans, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark.
Well, fans, every walk by a Ducks batter this season is presented by City MD Urgent Care. Now, there are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island offering the comprehensive quality care you need the moment you need it. City MD Urgent Care. Need a doctor? Just walk in. So the Ducks, before they come to the plate for the first time in this game, trail by the score of 4-0. And defensively today for Southern Maryland, they have Zach Wilson at first base, Edwin Garcia at second, Jose Lozada the shortstop, and Patrick Palmero at third. Corey Vaughn's in left, Gary Brown in center, Zach Cohn in right, Ryan Wiggins does the catching, and on the hill, the 29-year-old right-hander from Whittier, California, 6'4", 225-pound Justin DeFreitas, who makes his 4th appearance of the year and his 4th start, a 2-1 record and a 1.30 earned run average. And give us some of the other numbers on DeFreitas in just a moment, as he is among the league leaders in almost every important pitching category. So they stake DeFreitas to a 4-0 lead, and here's Phelan Lentini, the first to see him, and Lentini takes strike 1. Phelan batting .219, no homers, and 2 runs batted in. The 0-1 is low and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. DeFreitas has pitched 20 2/3 innings, allowing 22 hits, but he has walked only 2 batters all year, and he leads the league with 21 strikeouts. The 1-1 is in the air to left. Corey Vaughn moving over into the gap will run it down and make the grab for out number 1.
Batting in the second position, was center fielder, number 5, Delta Cleary Jr., number 5.
So to bring up Delta Cleary Jr., the switch-hitting center fielder for Long Island. He'll be in from the left side against the righty DeFreitas. And Delta batting .281, fifth best average on the flock, a homer, and 6 runs batted in. Takes a ball on the count 1-0 on Cleary, who has scored 14 runs on the year. And that is tied for the league lead along with Sugarland's Jeremy Barfield. Of course, Jeremy Barfield, the Atlantic League Player of the Year a season ago. Cleary puts it in the air to left, moving over towards the line, and then straight in is Corey Vaughn. He makes the grab, and it's 2 fly ball outs to left, induced by Justin DeFreitas.
Hitting in the third position for Long Island, left fielder number 26, Angelo Sano, number 26.
So here's the red-hot Angelo Sano, the 3-man and left fielder from the left side for Long Island. He's pushed his average up to 300 now. Third best on the team. He has 5 homers. That's tied for the league lead, again with Jeremy Barfield of the Skeeters, and he's driven in a dozen. That's third most in the Atlantic League. Here he takes a strike, coming off a 2-homer game here last night. He was 3 for 4, scored twice, and knocked in 4. So again, he became the first Duck to homer twice in the same game this season. Sano with 4 homers in his last 5 games. The 0-1 is low and inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. He also has multi-hits now in 5 of his last 6 games. 12 hits in that run where he's hitting .429 for Long Island. What a job by Sano. Here, pulls it on the ground to second. Easy play for Edwin Garcia, and the Ducks go 3 up and 3 down. We go to the second on Long Island. The Crabs have a 4-0 lead.
Hey fans, this is shortstop Dan Lyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, the Ducks Health Report is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. Still a couple of pitchers with arm soreness, and they are Yuri De La Rosa and Keith Couch. The good news is Chin-Wei Sao, who've been battling arm soreness since Game 2 of the season down in Southern Maryland, is ready to go today and available for Long Island. So certainly good news to get somebody off that injured list and give Kevin Baez another option out of the bullpen. So Matt Larkins takes the hill here to start the second. Southern Maryland with a 4-0 lead. They batted for 18 minutes in the opening inning. It took Larkins 35 pitches to get 3 outs. He didn't get his first out until his 29th pitch of the inning. So let's see if he can settle down here, much like John Brownell did last night. As here he misses up and away to Brown. It's 1-0. Again, Brownell last night in the first inning, 33 pitches to get out of it, and then threw just 11 pitches to get the 3 outs in the second inning. 1-0 is taken the other way, though, down the right field line. That's a base hit. Lentini trying to cut it off, but rounding first and going for second is Brown. Here's the throw, not in time, and he's in there with a double. So the speedy Gary Brown, who singled and scored to open the scoring in the first, has a 2-bagger here to start the second. And that's the first extra base hit of the game for the Crabs. So again, you're joining us late. Southern Maryland began the game with 6 straight singles off Matt Larkins before Patrick Palmero had a sac fly to center field that was the first out recorded by Larkins. And again, this is amazing how the Crabs have turned the offense on last night and tonight. As Friday night they won it 2-1, but they had only 5 singles in the game, no extra base hits. Here's Jose Lozada. And he rips it to left. Sano has it played perfectly, though, will catch the line drive. and quickly get it back in. So Southern Maryland, 5 singles in Friday night's win. Last night they had 5 singles plus 2 doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs. Ducks also had only 1 extra base hit on Friday night, 4 singles and a Puckett home run, but last night Long Island had 4 singles, a double, and 3 homers. So the teams combined had only 1 extra base hit on Friday. They had 10 extra base hits combined last night. Here's Corey Vaughn. First pitch to him is down and away for a ball, 1-0. So right now the Blue Crabs have 4 runs on the board on 7 base hits, the 6 singles to open the game, and then Gary Brown's double to start the top of the second. Matt Larkins way over on that first base side of the rubber, checks Brown at second, holds the set, and the 1-0 is a little cue ball. Looks like a fair ball. Mark Krause will play it. Trying to slide his way into first is Vaughn. He's tagged out, but at least he gets Brown over to third now with 2 away. Very strange little spin on that ball that just had it hug inside the chalk line, and the putout goes 3 unassisted.
Designated hitter, number 16, Michael Snyder, number 16.
So 2 away, Brown at third. And after the Crabs scored 4 times in the first, Matt Larkins trying to hang up a 0 here if he can get Michael Snyder, who delivered the first run of the game with an RBI single down the right field line that brought home Brown from third last inning. First pitch just misses inside for ball 1. Snyder out and back in as Larkins looks like shook off Blanco there. And now will come 1-0 to him. Up and away. Good backhand grab by Blanco. And it's 2-0 on Michael Snyder. And Snyder with those 3 hits last night, including a pair of homers. He's now 5 for 10 in the series. Has scored 3 runs and driven in 5. What a series for Michael Snyder, who spent 4 years in the Angels organization, getting as high as Double-A. Here, changeup floats in on the outer edge, and it's strike 1. It was amazing that Snyder was not voted team MVP a year ago, as that honor went to Zach Wilson, but Snyder really had better numbers across the board. 2-1 coming to him. And that well hit the center field. Moving in now, though, is Delta Cleary Jr. as the wind pulls it in. He makes the grab, and that'll do it for Southern Maryland. No runs a hit and 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the second in CI. The Crabs have a 4-0 lead over Long Island.
Hey, fans, this is pitcher Rob Rogers, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
Well, there's no better time than now to sign up the young Ducks fan in your life for the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Ducks Kids Club. Now, children 14 and under will receive exciting gifts, discounts on merchandise, and unique experiences that only come with being a member. Sign up today by visiting liducks.com or calling 631-940-3825. That's 940-DUCK. The Long Island trails at 4-0 as we go to the last of the second, and Justin DeFreitas, the right-hander for the Crabs, who tossed a 1-2-3 first, starts with a cleanup man and first baseman from the left side for Long Island. It's Mark Krause digging in. First pitch to Krause is an inside strike. 0-1 on Krause. Batting .286, fourth best average on the team. He's got 2 homers, and he leads the club with 13 runs batted in. He's tied for the league lead in RBIs with Bridgeport's Daniel Fields. Here, a change-up strike puts him down quickly, 0-2. So DeFreitas, who was staked to that 4-0 lead, went right after the Ducks and put him down in order. And now starts 0-2 on Mark Krause, who hit his second home run of the year here last night as he takes up and away. It was a solo shot to left field in the bottom of the 8th that brought the Ducks within 7-5. And that was his first home run at the Duck Pond this season as he hit his first homer for Long Island Monday night in York, Pennsylvania. 1-2 is fisted foul back over the screen behind home plate. And the count holds on Krause at 1-2. I'll talk about some of the numbers for Justin DeFreitas. Again, a 2-1 record. Those 2 wins are tied for the league lead, so he's trying to become the league's first 3-game winner. His 1.30 ERA, third best in the Atlantic League. 1-2 here is fisted towards second. Garcia backhands, leaps, throws high. Up goes Wilson, down on the bag in time. So a Jeter-esque play there by Garcia at second. The leaping throw across the body in time to get Krause for the first out. And give credit for Wilson at first for being able to get up and get down before Mark Krause came through the bag. So here's the DH and 5-hitter, the longtime Baltimore Oriole, Nolan Reimold for Long Island. Batting .277 homer and 6 runs batted in. DeFreitas starts him out with strike 1, and it's 0-1 on Reimold. So again, DeFreitas right now is finding himself among the league leaders in one of the important categories for pitching. We talked about tied for first in wins as he gets a swinging strike, third in ERA at 1.30. He leads the league coming in with 21 strikeouts, has not recorded one today, and his 20 2/3 innings pitched, third among pitchers in the league. 0-2 here is down and away, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Nolan Reimold. For Justin DeFreitas, it's his first year with the Crabs, first year in the Atlantic League, and his 11th year of pro ball. He made 191 relief appearances in the big leagues with the Philadelphia Phillies between 2011 and 2015, but never started a big league game. Here he misses low and away. It's 2-2. And last year he really bounced all over the place. He spent 2016 with 4 different teams in 3 different leagues and 3 different organizations. 2-2 is looped foul out of play, first base side. And again, the only loss this year for DeFreitas was opening night in Waldorf, Maryland. The Ducks beat him 7-1. But he pitched well, despite the fact he gave up 9 hits in 6 innings. He didn't give up any earned runs. He gave up only 2 runs. They were both unearned. He didn't walk a Duck and struck out 5. Ripped to left field. Corey Vaughn moving back to the track near the wall. Looks up, and that ball is gone! A solo homer to left for Nolan Reimold, his second of the season, and Long Island's on the board. It's a 4-1 game. Steps on third, gets the low 5 there from Kevin Baez, makes his way to home plate, and Reimold has Long Island on the score sheet. So first hit of the day off Justin DeFreitas is a solo homer for Reimold.
Number 2.
So home run number 2, RBI number 7. And here's Cody Puckett pulling it foul down the left field line. So DeFreitas had retired 4 straight Ducks to begin the game on 2 flyouts and 2 groundouts. But Reimold cuts the lead to 3. And here's Puckett, the third baseman and 6th man from the right side. Cody batting .302, second best average on the team. 2 homers, 8 RBIs as he pulls it down the left field line foul. 0-2. So for the Ducks, that is home run number 18 on the season. They tie the Sugarland Skeeters now for the most homers in the league. And if they hit 100 home runs this year, they've met the Chappie's Home Run Challenge, and Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. The 0-2 bends low and away. They check at first, but Frank Urilli says Cody Puckett did not go around. And there is ball one. Reimold hit his first homer as a Duck in Game 2 of the doubleheader on Wednesday in York, Pennsylvania. So that is first Duck Pond homer as a Long Island Duck. And it gives Long Island something to build on here after they fell behind 4-0 a half an inning in. So 4-1 the score. And Puckett's got the count to 2-2 from 0-2. Here's the pitch by DeFreitas. And that well hit. Center field. Gary Brown moving back in front of the track will line it up and make the catch for the second out. Just under it was Cody Puckett, who homered here on Friday night for the only extra base hit of the game for either side.
Hitting in the seventh position for your Long Island Ducks, the shortstop, number 12, and Lyons, number 12.
So here's the shortstop, Danny Lyons. The seven-man swings from the right side. Lyons batting .217, no homers, 2 runs batted in. Comes in with a modest 3-game hitting streak and hits in 5 of his last 6. DeFreitas misses low and away, and it's ball one. DeFreitas coming off just a great outing Tuesday at home down in Waldorf, Maryland, in a 3-2 win over Sugarland. 8 2/3 of 5 hit ball without an earned run against. He allowed 2 runs against, but they were unearned. He walked 2 and struck out 11 Skeeters. Again, he was 1 out away from the complete game win, but they had to go to the bullpen to finish it up. Here, Lyons, after taking a couple of balls, sees another one, and Danny Lyons out in front of Justin DeFreitas, 3-0, or 3-0, I should say, as the Ducks bat here in the home second, down 3 runs. Takes a strike, and it's 3-1. So in their first homestand against New Britain, Long Island only hit 1 homer in the 3 games. They have 5 homers in the 3 games against Southern Maryland, but Lyons gets twisted up inside here, went around, and the count now full. So in that 3-game homestand that opened the year against New Britain, only Angelo Sano went deep. But the Ducks with a homer today, 3 last night, and 1 on Friday night. Payoff pitch, low and away, ball 4. And there's the first Ducks walk. It's brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in.
That walk is brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are 15 locations across Long Island. If you need a doctor, just walk right in. Batting in the 8th position for Long Island, the catcher, number 15, Dominic Blanco, number 15.
So Danny Lyons, a 2-out runner for Long Island with the base on balls. And here's the 8-man and catcher from the left side, Dominic Blanco for Long Island. Waggles the bat above his left shoulder and then goes after the first pitch from DeFreitas and fouls it away. Blanco hitting .231, has not homered or driven in a run. Has only played 4 games for the Ducks, 3 for 13 in those 4 games, although he does have hits in back-to-back games coming in. And essentially, Blanco and Alfonso certainly always seem to get in on Sunday day games following Saturday night games, as here he taps it foul near the on-deck circle where Giovanni Alfonso is getting ready. So Kevin Baez today gives Alex Berg the day off, as does Elmer Reyes get the day off. But Kevin right now kind of has his set 9 that he likes to go with, and the 2 guys right now outside looking in are Blanco and Alfonso. Well, again, that could change because let's remember that before Angelo Sano got on his tear, he was not an everyday player, but Nate Fryman goes down to Mexico. Sano gets a chance to play, and he's been the hottest Duck of late. Here swinging through it, though, is Blanco, and that is the league-leading 22nd strikeout of the year for Justin DeFreitas, and his first today to retire the side. But the Ducks do get a run on a hit. They have a walk and leave 1. Nolan Reimold's second homer of the year has Long Island on the board. They trail it 4-1 after 2 innings of play on the island.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Phelant Lantini, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, And he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
A New York Sports Day is one of the largest independent New York sports news sources out there. For coverage of your Long Island Ducks, the Mets, the Yankees, major and minor league baseball, football, basketball, hockey, and soccer, visit NewYorkSportsDay.com. New York Sports Day, your independent Gotham sports news source. Well, we go to inning number 3 on Long Island. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs with a 4-1 lead over Long Island. And Matt Larkin's out for his 3rd inning of work to face 5, 6, and 7 in John Harris's order. And that means he begins with Zach Wilson, who had an RBI single back in the opening inning. First pitch to him is a changeup strike, 0-1. And after Larkins needed 35 pitches to get out of the first inning, he threw only 9 pitches to get 3 outs in the second inning. So Larkins found his groove, hung up a 0, and now an 0-1 to Wilson is swung through. It's quickly 0-2. So Wilson got the drama out of the way early today with that base hit. So he has now reached base in all 17 games that he has played this year. All 17. The Crabs have played 17. And again, the only player in the Atlantic League to reach base in 17 straight games. But here, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. It's a 3-pitch strikeout of Wilson by Matt Larkins, and he picks up his 3rd K of the afternoon.
Right fielder number 23, Zach Cohn. Number 23.
So one away, and here's Zach Cohn. And if you're joining us late, the Blue Crabs opened the game with 6 straight singles against Matt Larkins. Couple of softies, couple of hard-hit ones. And Cohn went to right center with his to bring home another run. We'll check that down the right field line is where his went, bringing home Vaughn. Here he sees a strike. So far, Matt Larkins, 4 pitches in the inning, 4 strikes. 4-1 Crabs in the top of the 3rd. Southern Maryland's trying to sweep the Ducks away here in this 3-game set. Missing inside is Larkins, the count 0-1. Again, for Southern Maryland, this is the 3rd time this year they've won 2 straight games, but they have not won 3 in a row at any point this year. For the Ducks, this is the 4th time already in the season they've dropped back-to-back games, but they haven't lost 3 in a row all season. Here, Larkins' fastball nails the outside edge right at the knees. It's 1-2. So the Ducks trying to snap overall a 2-game losing streak, and at home, a 4-game losing streak. Only 1 home win, and that was home opening night against the New Britain Bees. They dropped the next 2 to the Bees and the first 2 to the Crabs. 1-2 here is poked into left center field. That'll get down for a base hit. So Zach Cohn is 2 for 2, and a 1-out runner for Southern Maryland.
Third baseman number 6. Patrick Palmero, number 6.
So here's the son of former Major Leaguer Rafael Palmero. It's Patrick Palmero, who finally made the first out of the first inning, but he brought home a run with it on a deep fly ball to center field with Michael Snyder tagging from 3rd. Took Matt Larkins 29 pitches to record his first out of this game. So 1-on-1 out. Here's Palmero again. And taking off and getting a huge jump is Cohn. Oh, my goodness. They got to hang that one on Larkins. There's no throw from Dominic Blanco. And Cohn now with a stolen base in all 3 games of the series. Had 1 Friday, 1 last night, and 1 today to give him 6 on the season. He's only been caught once. Again, that one goes on Matt Larkins, who paid him no attention, and he was halfway to second before the pitch was even thrown. Pitch was a strike to Palmeiro, and now just missing outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Patrick, who's batting just .211 against Long Island in the season series. And in this series, Palmeiro 1 for 7 with a run scored. Talked a little bit about it last night, but he played for Sugarland last year, so won himself a championship, although he did not get in any of their playoff games. 1-1. Skied to right. Lentini lining it up, will come in under it, make the catch, and a strong throw will hold Zach Cohn at second base, 2 away.
Second baseman number 9, Edwin Garcia, number 9.
So 2 down, Cohn at second, and here's Edwin Garcia, who was the first strikeout victim of the day for Matt Larkins, got him swinging for the second out back in that very long first inning. Garcia 1 for 4 Friday night, sat out last night's game. And again 0 for 1 today with that swinging strikeout. So chance for Larkins to put up another 0 after giving up 4 in the first frame. Scoreless second, now looking for a scoreless third. First pitch, poked out of play down the right field line. The first baseman, Krause, will give it a run, but it's about 4 rows in. Strike 1 to Edwin Garcia. Again, for the Ducks, this is game 3 of a 6-game homestand. York Revolution will come to town next tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday, with all 3 games at 6:35. Again, Ducks coming off a 4-game sweep of the Revs in Pennsylvania this past week. An 0-1 to Garcia as Larkins delivers. Nice changeup, boys. Got that working today. And it's strike 2. Madigan towing the rubber off that first base corner. Really looks like he's pushing off the corner and not the long side of the rubber. Looks like he almost uses part of that short side. The 0-2. Bouncer to first, backs up Mark Krause. He will underhand to Larkins covering, and that'll do it for Southern Maryland in the visitors' third. No runs, a hit, and a man left. Crabs with a 4-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the third in Central Islip.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Keith Couch, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Well, hey, Ducks fans, the final out on the top of the third inning was the 15th out of today's ball game. Now, did you know that a 15-minute call to Geico could save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO or visit geico.com. We head to the bottom of the third inning. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs with a 4-1 lead over the Long Island Ducks. And the only man who has yet to bat in this game strides toward home plate. That's number 6 in the orange there. The second baseman and 9-hitter for Long Island, Giovanni Alfonso.
The second baseman, number 6, Giovanni Alfonso, number 6.
And if the name sounds familiar to you, he is indeed the nephew of Edgardo Alfonso, the former New York Met, the former Long Island Duck. And good to know that Fonzie will be managing the Brooklyn Cyclones this year. First-year manager of the Mets Single-A farm team, the short-season New York Penn League that gets underway in June. So if you want to go see Fonzie, I'm sure Giovanni will head out there to see his uncle. Take strike one here, and Justin DeFreitas deals. And that slashed foul out of play down the right field line. Quickly 0-2 on Alfonso. Batting .167 on the season, no homers, no ribbies. And again, we talked about both he and Blanco just getting a handful of games for Long Island, and most likely to get those day games following night contests. 0-2 is another foul, straight back. And both he and Blanco in the lineup today. Both have 3 hits in limited action this year. Both have hits in back-to-back games coming in, and each of them still looking for their first extra base hits as Ducks, as all 3 hits for Blanco and all 3 for Alfonso have been singles. Here he rolls it slowly foul, third base side. And nothing but strikes so far from Justin DeFreitas to Giovanni Alfonso. We talked about DeFreitas bouncing around to 4 different teams a year ago. He pitched for 2 teams in the Washington Nationals organization, AA Harrisburg, AAA Syracuse. 1 team in the Rangers organization, that was AAA Round Rock, and 1 team in the Mariners organization, AAA Tacoma. Here a foul ball down behind the plate, and the count remains 0-2 on Giovanni Alfonso. So again, 4 different teams, 3 different leagues, 3 different organizations for DeFreitas after spending his entire affiliated career prior to last year with the Philadelphia Phillies. 0-2 here is up the middle. The shortstop Lozada knocks it down, guns to first, and on one hop, Zach Wilson backhands it out to get the out. Great play by both Lozada and Wilson to get Alfonso for the first out.
Here at the ballpark, brought to you by Bethpage Credit Union. We will let you know when and where to line up, and you can run the bases right after today's ball game. It's back to the top of the order for your Long Island Ducks with right fielder number 24, Pregame. Lantini, number 24.
So 1 away, and back to the top of the order for Phelan Lantini. Flew out to left field his first time up, and he takes strike 1 from DeFreitas, again, who spent the first 9 years of his pro career all in the Phillies organization, getting up to the big league club for almost 200 relief appearances, and had his best season for the Phillies in 2014. 54 games in that year, 3-1 record, and a 2.39 earned run average. Here, Lantini pops it up foul behind home plate. Ryan Wiggins, the catcher, loses the mask, grabs the baseball, and the frustration continues for Phelan Lantini, who is now just 1 for 10 in this series.
Duck center fielder, number 5, Delta Cleary Jr., number 5.
So 2 up, 2 down, and here's Delta. He flew out to left field in the first inning, his only previous AB. And he takes low for a ball, 1-0. Cleary 0 for 4 on Friday night, but 2 for 4 last night with a single, a double, and 2 runs scored. So good to see he got back on track after his 4-game hitting streak came to an end Friday. Here puts a charge into it, deep left center field. The center fielder Gary Brown laying out to try to catch it. He can't come up with it. And Delta Cleary Jr. with another 2-bagger pulls in standing at second base. Good effort by Gary Brown in left center field, only to come up empty.
Ducks left fielder, number 26, Angelo Sano, number 26.
So we told you about Cleary coming in, had scored 14 runs, tied with Sugarland's Jeremy Barfield for the league lead. We'll see if Sanko can get him home and give him the league lead, because Sanko has been the hottest Duck of late. He grounded out to second his first time up. Again, a pair of homers and 3 hits last night for Angelo. First pitch this time around is outside for ball 1. We hope you had a chance to hear Angelo Sano in our pregame interview, and he sent a very special shout-out to his wife, Charnay, his son, Casey, and his young daughter, Kiyomi, all listening today. Native of Idaho is Angelo Sano. 1-0 is foul back to the backstop. 1 ball and 1 strike now on Sano, who's got 4 homers in his last 5 games. He's also second in the league in slugging percentage at .620, trailing Barfield in that category as well. 1-1. Looping curve. He goes the other way to left. Coming in is Vaughn. He will make the grab, and that'll do it for Long Island. No runs a hit, 1 man left. We are through 3 in Central Islip. It's the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 4 and the Long Island Ducks 1.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Delta Cleary Jr., and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up. It's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Chris King back at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. 3 innings complete, and the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs with a 4-1 lead over the Long Island Ducks. For the Crabs, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. For the Ducks, 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. We thank you so much for tuning in to Ducks Baseball today at liducks.com, at youtube.com/DucksBaseball, and our newest edition this year, Facebook Live, facebook.com/LIDucks. We thank you for stopping by and making Ducks Baseball a part of your Sunday afternoon entertainment. Well, Matt Larkins toes the rubber for a 4th inning, and he starts with a 9-man, Ryan Wiggins, who struck out swinging back in the opening inning. First pitch to him this time around is low and away for ball 1. So in this series, Wiggins is now 0 for 9 with 8 strikeouts. We'll talk about a rough series. Just wants to get something going offensively as Larkins shook off Blanco. And his 1-0 is put into center field and deep. Delta Cleary Jr. going back near the track, looks up, it's off the track, off the wall, and into second with a stand-up double that's got to feel about as good as it can possibly feel for Ryan Wiggins. He claps his hands there, and after, again, striking out 8 times in 9 at-bats prior, he has a 2-bagger here to open the visitors' 4th. So Wiggins at second. Just the second extra base hit of the 9 that the Crabs have put on Matt Larkins here. And back to the top of the order for the guy who's got the only other one, Gary Brown. A perfect 2 for 2 today. Single double with a run scored. Larkins misses wide with ball 1. So Brown in the series, now 5 for 10, has scored 4 runs and driven in a pair. The 1-0 to him is fouled away down the right field line. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Brown had some clutch hits here on Friday night in the 2-1 win. He drove in the game-tying run in the top of the 3rd to make it a 1-1 game, and then scored the game-winning run in the top of the 5th in that 2-1 victory. And last night he went 2 for 5 with a single and his first triple of the year. And today's single-double. And now at 1-1 here against Larkin. Up and in misses Matt. It's ball 2. Brown, a former big leaguer with the San Francisco Giants, had the proverbial cup of coffee with the Giants, 7 games for San Fran back in 2014. Now in his 2nd year with Southern Maryland. 2-1. Fisted the other way down the right field line, but it's foul. A break for the Ducks as a big jump Wiggins had off second base. He would have scored easily had it landed fair. And Brown, a first-round pick of the San Francisco Giants, the 24th overall selection back in the 2010 draft. Last year for the Crabs, hit .249, 10 homers, 40 runs batted in, but he stole 21 bases and was caught 6 times. So Gary Brown back for a second year in Waldorf, Maryland, down in Crustacean Nation, where we welcome the Blue Crabs fans watching and listening today as well. Here, Larkins misses up and away, and the count full. Against Southern Maryland, celebrating their 10th anniversary season, and that is going to be the subject of our 4th inning trivia. We'll give you the question in just a second and the answer in the bottom of the frame. So congratulations to the Blue Crabs, 10 years strong in the Atlantic League. Still looking for that elusive first title, though. Payoff pitch is inside for ball 4. And that's the first walk of the day for Larkins. Makes it first and second, nobody out for Jose Lozada.
Shortstop, number 4, Jose Lozada, number 4.
So Southern Maryland, 9 previous years in the Atlantic League, have made the playoffs 6 of those 9 years. That's not bad at all, right? 667% of making the playoffs. Have twice been to the championship series, and both times lost to the Somerset Patriots. So they're after that first title, and going to have a brand new manager this season in John Harris. Brand new pitching coach as well in James Frisbee. Here is first pitch to Lozada, who has singled and scored and lined out to left. It's ball 1. So the team that they have faced most often in the playoffs is the Long Island Ducks. In fact, Southern Maryland has faced the Ducks 4 times in the Atlantic League playoffs. 1-0 is outside for ball 2. Of course, they used to be in the same division. Now they're in opposite divisions. So the Crabs are in the Freedom Division. The Ducks are in the Liberty. So the only way they could meet these days would be in the, I guess in the wild card scenario, they could meet in another fashion, but more likely to meet in the championship series. But Southern Maryland has 3 times lost to the Ducks in the playoffs, only once beaten them. Here Larkins misses up high, and it's 3-0. And that's your question today. Tell me the only year in which Southern Maryland defeated the Long Island Ducks in the Atlantic League playoffs. Ducks bounced them 3 times. Southern Maryland won 1. So which is the only year that Southern Maryland beat the Ducks in the postseason? 3-0 the count to Lozada with 2 on and nobody out yet. Takes outside, ball 4. So back-to-back walks, and once again, the bases are loaded with Blue Crabs and nobody out. So Wiggins to third, Brown to second, Lozada on at first. And here is the second timeout of the game for Long Island. You're allowed 3 in Atlantic League play as new pitching coach Billy Horn comes out to talk to Larkins. He also came out to talk to him in that first inning. Larkins unofficially at 69 pitches here in the 4th after throwing 35 pitches in the opening inning. Remember, he needed 29 pitches just to get the first out of the game. That was Patrick Palmeiro's sacrifice fly to center after the first 6 Blue Crabs all reached on singles. So they had 2 runs home and the bases loaded with nobody out before Patrick Palmeiro flew out to center field. Check that they had 3 runs home and the bases loaded before Palmeiro flew out for the game's first out. Bases loaded, nobody out for Corey Vaughn. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Here he puts it in the air. Center field, charging in hard is Delta Cleary Jr., but it'll drop in front of him. The throw to third is not in time. Scoring on the play is Ryan Wiggins. And it's an RBI single for Corey Vaughn. That makes it 5-1 Southern Maryland. So just found that little soft area in left center. The 10th hit of the game is going to be the last one that Matt Larkins allows, because here comes Kevin Baez to take the baseball from his right-hander. So we've got our first pitching change of the game. Top of the 4th inning, Southern Maryland with a 5-1 lead, back with a new hurler for Long Island.
Hey fans, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, Matt Larkins departs and Tyler Wilson enters for Long Island. Again, Larkins allowed 5 runs on 10 hits. He is still responsible for all 3 runners out there for Southern Maryland, and he could not record a single out here in the top of the 4th. Again, he gave up 4 runs in the first inning on 6 hits, but then threw up zeros in the second and third. But here in the 4th, it started to look eerily similar to the opening inning where he couldn't get an out through 6 batters, couldn't get an out through 4 here in the 4th. And that spelled the end of his evening. So, again, he is responsible for the 3 men on base, Gary Brown at third, Jose Lozada at second, and Corey Vaughn at first. And the first reliever in for Long Island is the 27-year-old right-hander from Athens, Georgia, Tyler Wilson, to make his first appearance of this series. So Tyler Wilson in, and he goes through his warm-ups. We'll give you the numbers on Wilson this season for Long Island, as he has pitched in 7 games, all in relief, 0-1 record, a 6.75 ERA. In 5 1/3 innings, he's allowed only 5 hits. He's walked 6 and struck out 4, so control has been an issue. And the opposition batting .238 against Tyler Wilson. So first to face him, Michael Snyder, who has singled and scored and driven in a run in the opening inning, and then flew out to center in the second. 5-1 Southern Maryland in the top of the 4th. And the base is full of crabs for the cleanup man, Schneider. Got himself a great series. Up and away runs the fastball of Tyler Wilson. It's ball 1. Wilson, a Red Sox pick back in the 2008 draft. Played rookie and A-ball for 4 years in the Sox organization. And a first-year Duck is Tyler Wilson. 1-0. Sky to center and deep. Delta Cleary Jr. going back at the track, spins one way, the other, reaches out and can't come up with it. Gary Brown will score. They'll send Jose Lozado. Here comes the throw. It's up the line. He's in there. And it's a 2-run single for Michael Schneider. He makes it 7-1 in favor of the Crabs. It's about as deep a single as you're ever going to see. 395 feet away in dead center field, where the wall is at the 400-foot mark. But Delta Cleary Jr. got turned around one way and the other, stuck the glove out and couldn't come up with it.
First baseman, number 29, Zach Wilson, number 29.
So Brown scores from third base. Lozada all the way from second. Corey Vaughn stopped at second. Still nobody out, and here's Zach Wilson. So we got Wilson against Wilson here. Tyler Wilson throws a curveball strike to Zach Wilson, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a strikeout swinging. So tack on 2 more runs to Matt Larkin's line, and he's still responsible for Vaughn down at second base. Skied down the right field line. Lentini lining it up. Will camp underneath it, make the grab, and drawing a throw at second is Corey Vaughn. But it's a good, strong one into Danny Lyons, 1 away. So again, Matt Larkins went 3+ innings, recording no outs here in the 4th. Gave up 10 hits, 7 runs so far. Unofficially had 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. And once the book is closed on him fully, we'll give you his official final line. So 1 away, still 2 men aboard for the Crabs, who lead by 6 here. And here is Zach Cohn, who's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles, a ribby, and a stolen base. Tyler Wilson misses up and in for ball 1. So again, the Ducks last night gave up the most runs they've given up in any game this season, 8. And today, Southern Maryland's at 7, but we're only in the 4th inning. 1-0 is a strike. 1-1 now on Zach, or check out on Zach Cohn. I got to keep my Zach straight, as Zach Wilson is the one who just flew out to right. This is Zach Cohn, the right fielder. Ducks being out hit right now, 11-2. Only Long Island run is a Nolan Reimold homer, his first ever at the Duck Pond. Here, good changeup by Wilson, fooled Cohn, and he was way early on it. It's 1-2. So Wilson ahead of Cohn. Check of second, and a foul ball down at the plate. Checked his swing and just got a piece of it, and the count holds. One and two, says home plate umpire Chris Engstrom with those fingers on his left and right hand. And now Wilson comes upright and set. Couple of checks to second base. And then a breaking ball that didn't break much, missed inside. It's 2-2. Well, we told you about what happened in the Atlantic League on Friday night. All 4 Freedom Division teams beat all 4 Liberty Division teams that were playing each other. So a big night for the Freedom. And then last night, the Ducks were the only home team that didn't win. All the home teams won except Long Island, as they fell here 8-5. 2-2 is a foul ball on a check swing. In fact, the other home teams that all won in walk-off fashion. Somerset, a walk-off win at home over York. Bridgeport, a walk-off win at home over Lancaster. And Sugarland, a walk-off win in 10 innings over New Britain. Well, the Ducks were trying to waddle off themselves, got within 2 in the 8th inning, but eventually lost 8-5. It was a 2-2 pitch to Cohn, and boy, did he chase one down in the zone. And a swinging strikeout now for Tyler Wilson, his first of the day, 2 away.
Pregame Aviation K board at section 207. They're doing a fabulous job this afternoon.
So, of course, today we'll keep you updated on the other Atlantic League action, fill you in on the Major League as well, as far as the Mets and Yankees are concerned. And here's the 8th man to hit in the top of the 4th for the Blue Crabs. It's Patrick Palmeiro. Flew out to center, a sac fly to drive in a run in the opening inning, and then flew out to right in the 3rd. So 0 for 1 officially with a ribby is Palmeiro. Skies it foul down the right field line, out of play for strike 1. So again, we got a rubber game today in Bridgewater, New Jersey, between the Patriots and the Revolution. A rubber game in Bridgeport, Connecticut, between the Barnstormers and the Bluefish. And down in Sugar Land, Texas, it's game 3 of a 6-game series between the Skeeters and the Bees. New Britain has dropped 6 straight games. Sugar Land has won 4 in a row. And Sugar Land now atop the Freedom Division. 0-1 is another foul ball back behind home plate, 0-2. So in that Freedom Division, they are really tightly bunched. All 4 teams separated by just 2.5 games. You got the Sugar Land Skeeters on the top of the division at 9-7, just 1 game back of the Barnstormers and Blue Crabs at 8-8. And then the York Revolution right now in last, 6-9, 2.5 games out. And again, the Rebs will be here tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday night, trying to get some payback against the Ducks team that swept them in a 4-game series in their own park in Pennsylvania earlier this week. Nothing in 2 on Patrick Palmeiro. 2 on, 2 out for the Crabs, trying to add to a 7-1 lead in the top of the 4th. Wilson's pitch just missed outside. A bunch of the Ducks were a couple of steps toward the dugout on the first base side, thinking it would be strike 3 and the end of the inning, but no, says home plate umpire Chris Engstrand. Again, the Ducks are at 8-8 starting play today. They are third in the Liberty Division, 3 games back of the first place Patriots. Bluefish are 2 back. Bees, bottom of the division, 6.5 out. 1-2. Up and in, a little chin music from Wilson to Palmeiro. And that'll bring the count even at 2-2. Looks at a very long first inning defensively when they were out there for 18 minutes. And this one might even be longer because it's included a pitching change. 2-2. Stroked into right center field. Delta Cleary Jr. on his horse. Lentini as well, but it drops in. And scoring from second is Corey Vaughn. It is now 8-1 Blue Crabs on the RBI single by Patrick Palmeiro. So because Vaughn was off and running with 2 outs, he is able to score from second. Michael Snyder stopped at second. And for the second time in the game, the Blue Crabs have batted around. The 9th man to hit is Edwin Garcia. And he is the only Blue Crab today that does not have a hit. They have 12 hits already. We're only in the 4th inning. Everybody's got at least 1, except Garcia, who has struck out swinging and grounded out to first as he takes strike 1. So that will close the book on Matt Larkins for Long Island. In his 3+ innings, he gives up 8 runs on 10 hits. Here one bounces away from the catcher Blanco, and that wild pitch will allow Michael Snyder to move over to third base. Patrick Palmeiro held at first. Again, the Crabs put 9 men up in the first inning and scored 4 runs. They've had 9 men up here in the 4th and put up another 4 spot. 1-1 is a fastball high and away from Tyler Wilson. Just been handed the official line on Matt Larkins. Again, 3+ innings. As 3 innings officially, faced 4 batters here in the 4th and did not retire any of them. 2-1. Popped foul behind home plate out of play, 2-2. 3 innings pitched for Larkins, 10 hits, 8 runs all earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, through 70 pitches, 47 strikes, and 23 balls. So the roughest outing of the year for Matt Larkins, who got an early shower. 2-2 is another foul away, right side. Larkins exits on the short side of the 8-1 score. Didn't have a decision this year, and we'll see that ERA that was 2.70 balloon significantly, giving up 8 runs in 3 innings. 2-2, swing and a miss. So another strikeout for Tyler Wilson, and the inning finally comes to an end, but not before Southern Maryland puts up 4 runs on 4 hits. There were 2 walks and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 4th on Long Island. It's the Crabs 8 and the Ducks 1.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Tim Millville, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owls party deck has not been reserved, the beer garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark.
Well, the Ducks trail it 8-1 as we go to the bottom of the fourth. And time now to wrap up our fourth inning trivia. It concerns Southern Maryland in their 10th anniversary season. We told you in their previous 9 years they had made the playoffs 6 times. The team they have faced more than any other is the Long Island Ducks, but they had only beaten the Ducks once. Long Island had knocked them out in the postseason 3 times, named the only year in which Southern Maryland defeated the Long Island Ducks in the playoffs. And the year we're looking for, 2009. They knocked Long Island out in a classic 5-game series that went the distance, but that was a big upset because that was the year that Gary Carter, the late Gary Carter, was the manager of the Long Island Ducks. Of course, that was the year Ray Navarrete was MVP in the Atlantic League, but it was the Blue Crabs taking out the Ducks in the opening round of the playoffs before they lost to Somerset in 4 games in the finals. Ducks would get sweet revenge, though, as they knocked out the Blue Crabs in 2011 in 4 games. They knocked them out in 2012 in 5 games, and they swept them in 2013 in 3 games. So although Southern Maryland beat the Ducks in their first ever playoff meeting in 2009, Long Island has ended the season for the Blue Crabs in 2011, 2012, and 2013. And, of course, Southern Maryland missing the playoffs last year, finishing dead last in the Atlantic League and trying to climb back into contention this year, playing some of their best baseball right now with wins in the first 2 games of this series and an 8-1 lead here in the fourth as Justin DeFreitas goes back to work. Almost hits Mark Krause in tight here, spinning him off the plate for ball 1. Crabs out hitting the Ducks 12-2. They lead by 7 as we start the home fourth. Krause a ground ball to second his first time up. He's 0-for-1. DeFreitas delivers a backdoor strike. 1-1 on Krause. Krause followed by Reimhold, who's got his second homer of the year, and then Cody Puckett. Almost hit him again, DeFreitas. Really coming in tight. He's got Mark Krause shaking his head there a little bit. Krause had his 4-game hitting streak end here on Friday night, and then got back on track with a solo homer to left in the bottom of the 8th last night. Here missing away with what looked like a changeup was DeFreitas, and it's 3 balls and a strike. (3-1) ripped, but right into the glove of the first baseman, Zach Wilson. And on the line out, there's 1 gone.
Dutch designated hitter, number 20, Nolan Reimold. Number 20.
So here is Nolan Reimold, who hit his first Duck Pond homer his last time up, had 1 previous home run, and that was on the road for the Ducks. So Reimold, with that homer, extends his hitting streak to 7 games. He is heating up. First pitch to him here, waves through it. It was off the dish for strike 1. So Reimold, the homer to left in the 2nd inning, providing the only run today for Long Island. His 7th run batted in. Must be lucky 7s for him with that 7-game hit streak. Here he rips it fair down the left field line and inside the bag. He will round first and head for second. And Nolan Reimold is 2-for-2 with a double and a homer. In fact, all 3 hits today for Long Island for extra bases. Delta Cleary Jr., the only other hit, he doubled the left center last inning.
Long Island third baseman, number 2, Cody Puckett. Number 2.
Yeah, that other homer for Reimold was Wednesday, game 2 of the doubleheader in York against the Revolution. Well, the Ducks need to start chipping away at this 7-run deficit, as they still have plenty of time to do it. We're only in the 4th inning. Here's Cody Puckett. And he rips it to third. 1-hop grab by Palmero, who will send it across to Wilson for the 2nd out. What a rocket off the bat of Cody.
Shortstop Number 12, Dan Lyons, number 12.
So I'll bring up Danny Lyons. He drew a walk back in the second inning. And last night, Lyons 1 for 3 with a walk and a single. And has a 3-game hitting streak. But right now, again, a couple of the veterans, Lyons and Lentini, the guys who've been struggling the most of late for Long Island. Lyons' .217 average is second worst on the team. Lentini's .219 average is third worst. So guys that have been doing this a long time for Long Island. And Danny Lyons, and the longest tenured member of the Long Island Ducks in his 7th year. And Phelan Lentini's in his 4th. Ball 1 to Danny as Reimold bounces off second. And now strike 1 delivered by DeFreitas after a check of second base. Waiting on deck, it's Dominic Blanco. One inside for ball 2. DeFreitas working off that third base side of the rubber. Stares into Wiggins, checks Reimold, and deals. Breaking ball away. It's 3-1. So Danny using that eye of late. Get himself aboard a couple of times. Last night batted 9th. And twice got aboard, only to be erased on double play ground balls hit into by Phelan Lentini at the top of the order. So today Kevin Baez bumps Dan up to the 7 hole. And he got a good rip at a 3-1 offering from DeFreitas, but just couldn't connect. And the count now full. Only one strikeout today for DeFreitas. And that was Blanco in the second. Again, the league leader in Ks coming in with 21. Here's his payoff. And that bounced to short. Jose Lozada will gun out his counterpart. And that'll do it for Long Island in the home 4th. No run to hit and 1 man left. We go to the 5th in CI. It remains 8-1 Crabs.
Hey fans, this is infielder Cody Puckett, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, Duck fans, don't forget you can warm up with a hot cup of Hampton Coffee Company gourmet coffee available at the concession stands right now here at Bethpage Ballpark. Regular and decaf, Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or visit their cafes in the Hamptons. A little chilly afternoon for baseball as our first pitch temperature was 58 degrees. And we head to the 5th here in Central Islip with the Blue Crabs holding an 8-1 lead over the Long Island Ducks. And the Ducks' Tyler Wilson back out there for another inning of relief after replacing the starter Matt Larkins, who couldn't record it out in the 4th before he departed. So again, the Ducks with just a run on 3 hits, Southern Maryland 8 runs on a dozen hits. And for the Crabs, in the visitors' 5th, they will be at 9-1-2 in their order after batting around in the 4th inning. So Tyler Wilson to face Ryan Wiggins, the catcher who doubled and scored in the 4-run 4th. His first hit of the series in 10 at-bats. And Again, he had been 0 for 9 with 8 strikeouts, including the Olympic rings last night, 5 strikeouts and 5 times up. Here he skies it to shallow right, the second baseman, Giovanni Alfonso, with a call and the catch. And it's 1 pitch and 1 out for Tyler Wilson and Long Island.
Back to the top of the order for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. With hitting number 7, Gary Brown.
Well, here's Gary Brown, the leadoff man, and what a day he has had setting the table at the top of the order. He's been aboard all 3 times, single, double, walk, and he's already scored twice. Cuts through the first pitch here from Wilson, 0-1 on Gary Brown. So again, let's check out the out-of-town scoreboard for you. Ducks chasing the Somerset Patriots, who are atop the division. Long Island third place, 3 games back. And the Pats and the Revs, a rubber game in Bridgewater, New Jersey today. After Somerset won in walk-off fashion last night. Ground ball here to Mark Krause at first. He will take it to the bag. And Brown retired for the first time today, 2 away. And right now it's the Somerset Patriots with a 3-1 lead over the York Revolution as they play in the bottom of the 7th.
Shortstop, number 4, Jose Lozada. Number 4.
So it'll bring up Jose Lozada. He is 1 for 2 today with a single, a walk, and 2 runs scored. The Ducks have not had a 1-2-3 inning today, and Tyler Wilson trying to do just that. Gets a strike on the outer edge of the knees, 0-1. Long stare into Dominic Blanco. Comes upright set, the 0-1. In the air to left. Sanko going over towards the line will line it up and make the catch. And 1-2-3 go the Blue Crabs. The Ducks just retired the Crabs 1-2-3, making this another PSEG Long Island energy efficient inning. With energy efficiency programs from PSEG Long Island, saving on your electric bill is as easy as 1-2-3. Visit PSEGLINY.com/save money. One more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you. Halfway home in Central Islip, middle of the 5th inning, the Crabs lead the flock 8-1.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Dennis O'Grady, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit PSEGLINY.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 5th. Ducks still find themselves down by 7. And ready's Justin DeFreitas into his 5th inning of work against 8-9-1 in Kevin Baez's order. Dominic Blanco, Giovanni Alfonso, and Phelan Lentini.
Dominic Blanco, number 15.
So here's Dominic Blanco, a strikeout victim swinging back in the 2nd inning. The first pitch to him this time around misses inside for ball 1. So again, we told you about Somerset in Somerset County, New Jersey, a 3-1 lead. The Patriots over the Revs in the bottom of the 7th there. The 1-0 is taken in the air to left field. Backing up on it, Corey Vaughn at the track near the wall, reaches up, and he makes the grab. Oh, Corey Vaughn able to haul in the opposite field blast from Dominic Blanco for the first out. And the wind grabbed that because it didn't look like it was hit that hard. But that wind continues to push from right toward left. And last night we had similar wind and 6 home runs in the game. 3 for the Ducks, 3 for the Crabs. Today only Nolan Reimold has gone yard for Long Island. Here's Giovanni Alfonso in. And he checked his swing on a strike, says home plate umpire Chris Engstrand. Alfonso grounded out to short in the 3rd inning. He's 0 for 1. Also have a rubber game in Bridgeport today between the Bluefish and the Barnstormers. And Lancaster a 4-3 lead in the bottom of the 6th. Here, push down a left field line. That's a fair ball. It'll go into the corner. Alfonso will turn first and head for second. And he's got his first extra base hit as a Long Island Duck. And now all 4 hits today for Long Island have been for extra bases, 3 doubles and the Reimold homer.
Back to the top of the order for your Long Island Ducks. The right fielder, number 24, Leon Lentini.
So 1 on, 1 out, and here's Lentini, who's flied to left and fouled out to the catcher Wiggins. And today in Sugar Land, Texas, the Skeeters and Bees will play game 3 of a 6-game set. Sugar Land has won 4 straight. New Britain has dropped 6 in a row, and they are scoreless, bottom of the 1st in Texas. Lentini grounds it to short. Going back to second is Alfonso, and Lozada, the shortstop, throws out Lentini for the 2nd out.
Ducks center fielder, number 5, Delta Cleary Jr., number 5.
Well, Major League Baseball, both the Mets and Yankees going for sweeps today. Doesn't look like it's going to happen for the Mets, though, as they are home in Queens to the Marlins. And right now the Marlins a 7-0 lead over the Mets in the top of the 8th. And Miami out-hitting New York 13-1. The Mets with only 1 base hit as they have batted 7 times in the game, the middle of the 8th inning there. Here's Delta Cleary Jr. taking ball 1 for Long Island. He has doubled and flied to left. He's 1 for 2. So 2 away, Alfonso at second. And Long Island down 8-1 here in the home 5th. Yankees and Cubs tonight at Wrigley. That's the 8 o'clock game on ESPN. As the Yankees will go for the sweep and also their 5th straight win. Mets have won the previous 2 against the Marlins, but it doesn't look like it's going to be their day for the Amazons. The Freitas checks second, the 1-1. Delta puts it the other way to left and deep as the wind grabs that, but Corey Vaughn able to make the grab, and that'll do it for Long Island in the last of the 5th. No runs a hit, a man left. To the 6th we go in CI. It's still 8-1 Blue Crabs.
Hey fans, this is Jim Fuller, left-handed pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, Duck fans, don't forget you can follow along all season long as the Long Island Ducks try to meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. Now, if the Ducks hit 100 home runs, Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. The only run today for Long Island came on a Nolan Reimold homer, his second as a Duck, and Long Island's league-leading 18th of the year. Again, they have tied the Sugarland Skeeters now with 18 homers on the season. So Ducks with 18 homers as they play game number 17 of the 140-game schedule. They are on pace to meet the Chappies Home Run Challenge that they've come up short on each of the last 2 seasons. And Long Island last year hitting just 84 home runs, a real drought. But I believe it was either 6 or 7 consecutive years prior to the last 2 that they've been able to meet that Chappies Home Run Challenge. So today that's the only run on the board for Long Island as we head to the 6th. Tyler Wilson, who came in to replace Matt Larkins in the 4th, had a 1-2-3 fifth, and he'll start against the 3-man Corey Vaughn for Southern Maryland. Righty-righty matchup as Wilson comes set and misses up high with ball 1. Vaughn's had himself a nice afternoon. He is 2 for 3 with a pair of singles, a pair of runs scored, and he has an RBI as well. 1-0. Fastball strike at the knees, 1-1. So 3-4-5, heart of the order for John Harris's Crabs. 1-1. Check swing. Got a piece of it to foul it back for strike 2. And the Ducks stay home the next 3 days and nights, 3 straight night games against the York Revolution. Tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday, all 3 games at 6:35. While the Blue Crabs will continue a road trip, head to Lancaster, PA, take on the Barnstormers the next 3 nights. 1-2, a foul tip held by Blanco. So Tyler Wilson has his second strikeout. Check that 3rd strikeout of the day. And there's 1 away.
Designated hitter, number 16, Michael Snyder, number 16.
So Wilson has retired 5 in a row. And here's Michael Snyder, the DH, who is 2 for 3 with a pair of singles, a run scored, and 3 driven in. Well, the only hit today for Southern Maryland that's brought home more than 1 run. He takes low for a ball in the count 1-0. Crabs scored 4 in the first, 4 in the 4th. And that was an early exit for right-hander Matt Larkins. Tyler Wilson has not allowed a run himself since entering this game. All 8 charged to Larkins. Tagged to center field, but right at Delta Cleary Jr. He barely took a step and makes the grab on the screaming liner for out number 2.
First baseman number 29, Zach Wilson, number 29.
So here we go again, Wilson against Wilson. Tyler the pitcher against Zach the hitter. And Wilson 1 for 3, had an RBI single back in the first. It's an outside strike here, does Tyler Wilson, 0-1. Again, Blue Crabs trying to put together what would be their first 3-game winning streak of the year. Also trying to win their first road series of the year. Curveball misses in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ducks trying to avoid what would be their first 3-game losing streak overall this season. And trying to avoid what would be dropping 5 straight games at home after winning the home opener. They haven't won since here in CI. Here that one misses in, and it's 2 balls and a strike, and that's going to bring Dominic Blanco out to talk to Tyler Wilson briefly here. So the battery mates will talk things over. And now back behind home comes Dominic Blanco. Two and 1 the count. 2 men out, nobody aboard, as Wilson looks for a second straight 1-2-3, but it's not to be, as instead Zach Wilson has his second hit of the day. A 2-out single is center.
Right fielder number 23, Zach Cone, number 23.
So we talked about Wilson to Wilson. Now we go Zach to Zach. Zach Wilson to Zach Cone for the Blue Crabs, who have 13 hits on the board and 8 runs. Cone has a pair of those hits, each singles, has driven in a run and stolen a base. And everybody for Southern Maryland except Edwin Garcia, their 8-hitter, has at least one knock today. Fastball runs letter high on Cone for ball 1. The 1-0 coming. And that, knocked the mask right off the catcher, Dominic Blanco, his helmet as well, but appears to be fine there, and he'll pull it right back on. Well, no problem at all for Dominic Blanco to take that one straight back. So Tyler Wilson, who had not gone longer than an inning and a third in a game this year for Long Island, is trying to get through 3 innings. He went 1 1/3 April 27th at Somerset County, New Jersey. 1-1 here is a grounder foul down the left field line. And he's ahead of Zach Cone, a ball and 2 strikes. So 3 innings from Matt Larkins before he departed. And Tyler Wilson trying to give Kevin Baez at least 3 here. It could be longer with where the game is at. And things got so bad during the week for the Ducks on the road with all those rainouts and double headers that Kevin Baez was telling me before today's game that Phelan Lentini was going to be the first man out of the bullpen for Long Island if he needed a position player to pitch. 1-2. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. So Tyler Wilson, 2 strikeouts in the inning, 4 in the game, and retires the side in the top of the 6th. No runs, a hit, a man left for Southern Maryland. Crabs lead it 8-1 as we go to the home 6th in Central Islip.
Hey fans, this is catcher Dominic Blanco, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt, and autographed baseball.
Hey fans, this is Yuri De La Rosa, left-hander pitcher, and you are listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fan, this is the pitcher Amali Diaz, and you listen to the Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
Well, Duck fans, again, Long Island home the next 3 nights, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday against the York Revolution at 6:35. Get your tickets at the Bethpage Ballpark box office, online at liducks.com or via the Ducks mobile app or over the phone 631-940-TIXX. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, Long Island trailing at 8-1, and the new pitcher for the Blue Crabs is right-hander Sam Runyon as Justin DeFreitas departs here. Angelo Sano, the first to face him, and Sano takes strike 1. So another terrific outing for DeFreitas, as the 0-1 slider is in there, 0-2. Again, DeFreitas avenging his only loss of the year, which was opening night in Waldorf, Maryland, in a 7-1 defeat to these Long Island Ducks. And today he leaves on the long side of the 8-1 score. 0-2 to Sanko, and that bounces away. Ball one. Angelo today has grounded out to second and flied to left. He's 0-for-2, coming off that tremendous game last night with a 3-for-4, a pair of homers, a pair of runs scored, and 4 driven in. And the first 2-homer game for a Long Island Duck since Phelan Lentini did it August 13th last year here against the Barnstormers. So we'll give you DeFreitas' final line in just a minute. 1-2 is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes, but needless to say, another strong outing for the right-hander, who, if they can hold the lead, will become the first 3-game winner this year in the Atlantic League. So Sam Runyon makes his second appearance of the series. Runyon was the winning pitcher in last night's game, the 8-5 win for the Crabs. But he's run the count full here on Sanko. It's 3-2. And Runyon terrific last night. 1 inning of no-hit, no-run ball. And no walks or no strikeouts, but came into the game at just the right time as Southern Maryland exploded for 5 runs in the 8th inning. Here a ground ball to short. Lozada throws across to get Sanko, 1 gone.
First baseman number 34, Mark Krause, number 34.
I think the only surprise today out of Justin DeFreitas was that he only struck out 1 Duck. Dominic Blanco down on strikes to end the 2nd inning as DeFreitas came in with the most strikeouts in the league, 21, and was coming off an 11K effort Tuesday night at home against Sugar Land. Here's Mark Krause in for Long Island, and he takes low and in for ball 1. Krause today has grounded to second and lined to first. He's 0-for-2. Nolan Reimold waits on deck. So unofficially, DeFreitas with 5 innings of 4 hit, 1 run ball, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Skied to shallow left. The shortstop Lozada calling off his left fielder Corey Vaughn and makes a 2-handed catch for out number 2.
Ducks designated hitter number 20, Nolan Reimold. Number 20.
So here's the aforementioned Reimold. He's got half the hits today for Long Island, 2 of their 4, as he has double homer. And he's driven in the only run and scored the only run. That was back in the 2nd inning when he homered to left for Long Island. Now on a 7-game hitting streak is the former O as he takes strike 1. DeFreitas, again, really made 1 bad pitch, and that was the one Reimold took out of the park. He threw 67 pitches, 46 for strikes, and I'm definitely a little surprised to see him come out of the game here with the 7-run lead and only 67 pitches thrown. Here, a wicked slider by Runyon runs down and away, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Runyon, the 28-year-old right-hander from Asheville, North Carolina, 6 foot 4 inches tall, 220 pounds, no major league experience. Got as high as AAA pitching in the Royals, Rays, and Nats organization. Here it's ball 2 to Reimold all the way through to the backstop. And the count now 2-1. Blue Crabs jumped on the Ducks early, 4 in the 1st. Long Island got that Reimold homer in the 2nd, but 4 more in the 4th. And no scoring since, as we're in the bottom of the 6th with Southern Maryland leading by 7. 2-1 pitch. Fouled over the netting behind home plate, and that'll even things up. Reimold last year, 104 games with the Baltimore Orioles. Batted .222, had 6 homers, and 15 runs batted in. He played nearly 500 games with the O's over the last 8 seasons. Runyon comes set. The 2-2. Ooh, very close, but just missed outside. And the count now full. Cody Puckett waits on deck for Long Island. Runyon stares into Wiggins. And here's the payoff. Curve, swing and a miss, he got him. And he tosses a 1-2-3 sixth and picks up his first K of the day. We go to the 7th in CI. It's 8-1 in favor of the visitors.
Hey fans, this is infielder Giovanni Alfonso, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Hey fans, this is Yuri De La Rosa, left-hander pitcher, and you are listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Chris King back at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. We thank you so much for tuning in to Ducks Baseball today around the world at liducks.com and making us a part of your Sunday afternoon entertainment. Southern Maryland with an 8-1 lead as we head to the 7th. For the Blue Crabs, 8 runs, 13 hits, no errors. For the Long Island Ducks, 1 run on 4 hits and no errors. Now, what a job by right-hander Tyler Wilson as he came in to replace Matt Larkins in that 4th inning, and all he did was toss 3 innings of 3-hit shutout ball, no walks, 4 strikeouts, and gives way here to start the 7th to left-hander Patrick Kreider. So first lefty today to go against the Crabs, and he'll start against the bottom third of the order, Patrick Palmeiro, Edwin Garcia, and Ryan Wiggins. Strike 1 to Palmeiro, who is 1 for 2 today, with a single and a pair of runs driven in. Missing away is Kreider. 1 ball and 1 strike. First appearance of this series for the left-hander for Long Island. Palmeiro ready for the 1-1. Kreider set. And that a little nubber foul up the first base line. Patrick Kreider, the 29-year-old from Owensboro, Kentucky, beginning his 3rd year with the Ducks and his 8th year of professional baseball. Independent ball only for Kreider, so no affiliated action whatsoever. And Kreider in front of Palmeiro, a ball and 2 strikes. And now nice backdoor curve, locks him up for strike 3, and there's 1 away. So 8th strikeout for Ducks pitching, first for Palmeiro, and that's out number 1. So it'll bring up Edwin Garcia, again the only hitless member of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. They have 13 hits on the day, but he is 0 for 3 with a ground out in between a pair of strikeouts swinging. So trying to join the hit parade here is Garcia, and Kreider keeps it up and away for ball 1. A 1-0. Ripped into left field. Sanko moving in quickly. Did he make the grab? He did! What a catch by Angelo Sano. A web gem for out number 2.
Catcher number 25, Ryan Wiggins. Number 25.
So it'll bring up Ryan Wiggins, 1 for 3 today with a double and a run scored back in the 4th inning. Patrick Kreider has pitched 7 times in relief for Long Island this year, an 0-1 record, a 3.38 ERA. Wiggins pops it up foul out of play. In 5 1/3 innings, Kreider has given up only 3 base hits. He's walked 3, struck out 7, and the opposition batting 158 against the southpaw. His 0-1. Just outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. So again, these two teams open the season down in Waldorf, Maryland against each other. Split a 4-game series. Another looper back to the screen for strike 2. And that was a series that was filled with rain. The Ducks won 7-1 on opening night, had a rain delay. Blue Crabs won it 6-5 on night 2 with a rain delay. Teams were rained out on Saturday, the 22nd of April, and played a doubleheader on Sunday, the 23rd. Ducks lost the first game 6-1 and won the nightcap 3-2. Here, a swinging strikeout of Wiggins by Kreider, and he tosses a 1-2-3-7 with a pair of Ks. All right, 7th inning stretch in Central Islip, the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs with an 8-1 lead over the Long Island Ducks, and we are going to enjoy God Bless America from Our Lady of Wisdom Regional School.
Wisdom Regional School, they're from Port Jefferson, and they will lead us today in the singing of God Bless America.
Well, real nice job by the youngsters from Our Lady of Wisdom Regional School in Port Jefferson, and their group leader playing guitars. They don't often hear God Bless America on guitar. A nice treat here today. 7th inning stretch in Central Islip. The Blue Crabs have an 8-1 lead over the Flock.
Hey fans, this is infielder Mark Krause, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
Well, fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle Inn Shop on your next visit here to the Duck Pond, where exclusive, hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. All proceeds benefit the Quacker Jack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. Well, we let you hear God Bless America from those youngsters out of Port Jeff. Of course, Take Me Out to the Ball Game followed, and then a little Lazy Mary, as is the tradition here in CI. Well, it's been all Blue Crabs today. It's getting late for Long Island. They trail by 7 as we go to the bottom of inning number 7. And Sam Runyon, the right-hander who tossed a 1-2-3 sixth in relief of Justin DeFreitas, remains in there for the Crabs to go against Cody Puckett, Dan Lyons, and Dominic Blanco. So first it's Puckett. He's 0 for 2 today. Fly to center, grounded to third. And he takes ball 1 inside. Cody last night went 0 for 4 and did not reach base for the first time all year. He had played 14 of the 15 games Long Island had played and had reached base in all 14 contests. Here he pulls it foul down the left field line, a ball and a strike. So that was the second longest streak in the Atlantic League, second only to Zach Wilson of the Blue Crabs, who has now reached base in all 17 games that he and his team have played. So Wilson, number 1 in the league. Puckett was number 2. But Cody watched that on-base streak end at 14 games and also had a 3-game hitting streak come to an end last night. 1-1 to him is outside for ball 2. In fact, Cody's only hit of this series is a solo homer to left field in the bottom of the second here on Friday night that gave the Ducks the 1-0 lead. That was the only extra base hit of the game for either team, as each team was held to 5 hits in that game, 9 singles, and a Puckett homer. Here he tried to go yard and cut through the belt tie heat. 2-2 now to Puckett, who again was 0 for 4 last night, 0 for 2 today. Played some great defense last night, though, at the hot corner, making crazy hard plays look ridiculously easy. Pops this one up on the infield. The pitcher, Runyon, points it out and then bails, and the shortstop, I believe, was the one who finally got to it. Yes, Jose Lozada, with all 4 infielders charging the hill. So Runyon pointed skyward and got the heck out of there, as a lot of pitchers do these days. But that was a very late call and catch by Lozada for the first out. So bring up Dan Lyons. He's walked and grounded out to Lozada, his counterpart at short. As Runyon off to a good start since entering the game now. 4 up, 4 down, and 3 of those balls have gone to Lozada at short. Dan sees a strike. It's 0-1. 8-1 Blue Crabs as we play in the bottom of the 7th. In Southern Maryland, heading out after this game to Lancaster, PA. Ducks stay home and watch the York Revolution arrive. They're in Bridgewater, New Jersey today, playing a rubber game. And certainly, as I mentioned earlier, going to be looking for some payback against a Long Island team that swept them in their own ballpark in a 4-game series, Monday, Tuesday, and a Wednesday doubleheader. So a week later, they get a chance at payback, as here Lyons foul tips it. A ball and 2 strikes on Dan. And York, since being swept by the Ducks, beat the Patriots Friday night in New Jersey. Lost to Somerset in walk-off fashion last night. And at last check was trailing the Pats in that rubber game. We'll update you in the 8th inning on the out-of-town scoreboard. Lyons pops it foul, out of play down the right field side. Still 1-2 now on Dan Lyons. It's been one of those tough days for the Ducks as they've mustered only a single run and trailed by 4 before they even came to the plate today, as Matt Larkins got knocked around in the first inning. Took him 35 pitches to get out of the first inning. Took him 29 pitches to record his first out today. Here Lyons tops it foul down the left field line.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Will Jason Rupchich please report to the Long Island Ducks Customer Service Center, Upper Concourse behind home plate.
Danny just trying to get something going here for Long Island on a day when it just hasn't happened. Runyon from the middle of the rubber, set away from his right ear. And this pitch low and outside, backhanded by Wiggins nicely. 2-2. Lyons rests the bat on his right shoulder and brings it up and takes a close pitch away for ball 3. Well, we told you about Danny working out a walk last night, another one today. Ducks need base runners, and they've been few and far between. Here's the payoff, and that way low and outside, so Lyons using that eye once again and picks up his second walk of the day. And that's another Ducks walk brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in. So Blue Crabs have only walked 2 Ducks today. Both times it's been Dan Lyons, once by the starter DeFreitas and once now by the reliever Sam Runyon. So Runyon had retired the first 4 men he faced. Walks Lyons. Here's Blanco. Backdoors him with strike 1. Blanco today has struck out swinging and flied to left. Now 3 for 15 in the 5 games he's played as a Long Island Duck. Today his first action since game 2 of the doubleheader Wednesday in York. That was a day-night doubleheader. 0-1 hit back up the middle and through into center field. And there's the first single of the day for the Long Island Ducks. It comes in the bottom of the 7th. They had 3 doubles and a homer as their only 4 hits. So Dominic Blanco makes it first and second, one away for Giovanni Alfonso. So Alfonso had his first extra base hit as a Duck last time up, a double down the left field line. Prior to that, he had grounded out to short. So can the Ducks chip away at this 7-run lead? We'll see. First pitch. Gets away from Wiggins all the way to the backstop. Lyons to third. And going to second is Blanco on the wild pitch. So now the Ducks a base hit away from adding 2 runs. So takes away the possibility of the double play ground ball on that wild pitch. And Runyon, who had retired the first 4 Ducks he had faced over the last 2 innings, walked Lyons, the single to Blanco, now the wild pitch. Fouled straight back as he got a good cut at it. 1-1 to Giovanni Alfonso. Giovanni was born in Venezuela, now calls Tampa, Florida his home. Has reached A-ball, the highest level, after 2 years in the Marlins organization there. Here fouls another one to the backstop. Spent 2 years at Florida State, 2 years at University of Tampa, where his senior year he was a .338 hitter. 24-year-old. In his first year as a Duck. And Kevin Baez just raving about his attitude, knowing he's not going to get a lot of playing time, but ready to go when called upon. And today trying to add to a 1-for-2 day with a double his last time through. Low and away, good grab by Wiggins, 2-2. So a chance for Alfonso to pick up his first runs batted in as a Long Island Duck. If he can bring home Lyons from third, maybe Blanco from second as well, with a well-struck ball. 1 away here, bottom of the 7th. Ducks trail by 7. 2-2. Taken foul back to the top of the net, and we'll do it again. In the on-deck circle, Phelan Lentini. And in the hole, Delta Cleary Jr. Good battle here between righty Sam Runyon and Giovanni Alfonso. The 2-2, low and away, and the count now full. So Runyon, who looked locked in through the first 4 batters he faced, has looked anything but in the last 3. Long stare into Wiggins. And now the payoff. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. So Sam Runyon gets strikeout number 2 and out number 2 here in the home 7th.
Back to the top of the order for Long Island. With right field at number 24, Phelan Lentini. Number 24.
So here's Phelan Lentini, who is really in a big hole of late. He is now just 2 for 21 in his last 5 games. He's 0 for 3 today and 1 for 11 in this series. His only hit was a single on Friday night. Takes a strike, 0-1. Again, the guy that, in my mind, could have been the player of the year in the Atlantic League a year ago. Jeremy Barfield of the Skeeters got it, but you could go through the numbers and make a case that Lentini was just as impressive in different ways. Popped it up foul, out of play down the right field line, and a good start for Runyon on the Ducks right fielder. It's 0-2. Bottom of the 7th, Ducks down 7. They have Dan Lyons at 3rd, Dominic Blanco at 2nd, and Phelan Lentini, who's only hit 150 this year, coming in the season series against Southern Maryland at the plate. Runyon's pitch, way outside for ball 1. Kevin Baez goes through the signs down at 3rd. Lentini out and back in. And measures his stroke. The 1-2. Again low and away, trying to get him to chase. He wouldn't. And that'll even things up. So deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 Ducks aboard. Lentini takes a look around, outfield very deep, and straight away, respecting his power. Waggles the bat. And the pitch. Breaking ball, comebacker for Runyon. He will underhand to first, and that will do it for Long Island. No runs, a hit, a walk, 2 left. We go to the 8th in Central Islip. The Blue Crabs have an 8-1 lead.
Hey fans, this is infielder Elmer Reyes, and you're listening to Duck Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickolock Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Hey fan, this is a pitcher Amali Diaz, and you're listening to the Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
Well, we go to the top of the 8th at the old Duck Pond in Central Islip. The Blue Crabs have an 8-1 lead over Long Island, and the Ducks bring in their 4th pitcher of the afternoon. He is the right-hander, Amalio Diaz, replacing lefty Patrick Kreider, who pitched 1 inning the 7th. 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. So it is Diaz's baseball, and it'll go against the top of the order for Southern Maryland. That means Gary Brown to get it going. Amalio from the middle of the rubber, first pitch. Fastball strike, 0-1. Gary Brown today is 2 for 3 with a single, a double, a walk, and 2 runs scored. Oh, 1 to him. Is in there for a strike. 0-2. Diaz pitched in Friday night's game for Long Island, the 2-1 loss. 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no walks. He struck out the side. It was the night where the Ducks bullpen was lights out in the final 3 innings of the game. 0-2 here to Brown is up high. In that contest, Diaz pitched the 7th, Eric Gagne the 8th, David Arzma the 9th. The 3 of them combined to toss 3 innings of no hit, no run ball, and had 7 strikeouts of the 9 batters they retired. Be a 1-2 here to Brown. Diaz at the belt, deals. And got him, a called 3rd strike. Brown thought it was inside, and now he's got words for home plate umpire Chris Engstrand. But in a 7-run game, he will let it go and walk to the third base dugout.
Shortstop number 4, Jose Lozada, number 4.
Amalio Diaz, a 30-year-old from Chandler, Arizona, now in his 3rd year with the Ducks. 12th year of professional baseball. Reached as high as AAA in his affiliated career. 7 years in the Angels organization. Here's Jose Lozada. 1 for 3 with a walk, a single, and 2 runs in. And he rips it foul down the right field line, 0-1. This season for Long Island, Amalio Diaz has been basically untouchable. 6 games of relief, 1-0 record. His ERA is still 0.00. That's because in 6 1/3 innings, he's allowed 5 hits but no runs of any type. He's walked 1 and struck out 10. And the opposition batting .217 against Diaz to now make it 11 strikeouts to 1 walk on the year for the right-hander. Misses low and away with a changeup. It's 1-1. We'll check that out-of-town scoreboard for you. Can tell you that the Somerset Patriots have taken the rubber game of their series from the York Revolution. 4-1 the final at TD Bank Ballpark today in Bridgewater, New Jersey. 1-1. Taking the other way to left. Sanko toward the line, now backs up a bit, is able to make the grab for the 2nd out. So Patriots started the day atop the Liberty Division, 3 better than the Ducks. They moved to 3.5 ahead of Long Island. And if Long Island falls here, they'd be 4 back. So the Revolution will come to Long Island off a 4-1 loss today. And that means York has dropped 6 of their last 7 games. They were swept by the Ducks in a 4-game series at home in Pennsylvania and lost 2 of 3 in New Jersey to the Patriots. Here's Corey Vaughn, 2 for 4 today, 2 singles, 2 runs scored, and a run driven in. Takes a strike right down the middle, 0-1. Rubber game of the series in Bridgeport between the Bluefish and the Barnstormers. And right now, Lancaster and Bridgeport are tied at 4 in the bottom of the 8th. 0-1 is off the glove of Blanco and wide for ball 1. And down in Sugar Land, Texas, it is game 3 of a 6-game series between the Skeeters and the New Britain Bees. Bees have lost 6 straight coming in. Sugar Land has won 4 in a row. And right now the Skeeters up early, 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Here the Crabs lead Long Island 8-1 in the 8th. Nobody on, 2 out for Corey Vaughn, who's got a 1-1 count on him. Takes it foul, slicing out of play down the right field line for strike 2. Mets couldn't complete the sweep of the Marlins today in Flushing. In fact, they lost 7-0, and the Mets had only 1 hit on the afternoon. They were out hit 13-1 by Miami. So their 2-game winning streak comes to an end. 1-2 here is up and in, and the count level on Corey Vaughn. And again, the Yankees are the ESPN game tonight, 8 o'clock at Wrigley, trying to sweep away the World Series champion Cubs. It still sounds weird to say that, but it's true. And the Yankees trying to make it a 5-game winning streak. 2-2 is low, and the count now full. Luis Severino goes tonight against John Lester. Should be a good pitching matchup on the north side of Chicago. So payoff pitch coming from Diaz to Vaughn. Here it is. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. So 1-2-3 for Amalio Diaz with a pair of strikeouts. We go to the bottom of the 8th in Central Islip. The Blue Crabs still lead it by 7. It's an 8-1 game in favor of the visitors.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Nolan Reimold, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark.
Hey fans, this is Yuri De La Rosa, left-hander pitcher, and you are listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Well, we head to the bottom of the 8th. Ducks trail at 8-1. And the first pitch from new reliever Robert Carson, the left-hander in for Southern Maryland, is high and outside at Delta Cleary Jr. Delta today for the Ducks, 1 for 3, has sandwiched a double in between a pair of flyouts to left. So he turns around about right-handed for the first time in the afternoon. And Carson misses here. It's ball 2. So Sam Runyon, the righty, went 2 innings of 1-hit shutout ball, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Carson, the third man in today, and a ground ball. Little worm burner to short for Lozada. Strong throw across to Wilson. And Delta retired 6-3 for the first out in the home 8th. Our first look at our second look at Robert Carson.
The fielder, number 26, Angelo Sano, number 26.
In this series, Carson 1 inning of relief last night, no hits, no runs, a walk, and a strikeout. So here's Angelo Sano at that big game last night, 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored, 4 driven in, including a pair of homers, but 0 for 3 today with a flyout in between 2 groundouts. Here he takes low and away in a lefty-lefty matchup, and the count 1-0 to Angelo Sano. Waiting on deck is Mark Krause. Ducks down 7 here as they bat in the last of the 8th. Here's a strike, and it's 1-1. Robert Carson, a 28-year-old left-hander from Ventura, California, stands 6 foot 4 inches tall, 240 pounds. His 1-1 is way up and in for ball 2. He pitched for the New York Mets in 2012 and 2013. Also in the Atlantic League, pitched for the Bluefish in 2015 and for the Fish and these Crabs along with Mexico last year. Here he keeps it low and away to the dangerous Sano, and it's 3-1. Angelo ready for the pitch from Carson. And he skies it a mile high behind home plate. Wiggins loses the mask and loses the ball. The wind had something to do with that. And I think they're going to have to charge an error here to Ryan Wiggins on the drop foul ball. So Angelo Sano still alive when he should be in the dugout. I wouldn't say it was an easy play with the way the wind is swirling here. They have not put it up as an error yet. And it's second life for Sano. Again, 1 out, nobody on for Long Island. He'll get a payoff pitch. And he foul tipped it into Wiggins' glove. He held that one. And there's the second out on the first strikeout today by Carson.
That's first baseman, number 34, Mark Krause, number 34.
So to bring up Mark Krause, Robert Carson this year, 6 relief appearances for the Crabs, a 1-0 record, a 1.69 ERA. In 5 1/3 innings, he's only allowed 4 base hits all season. Gets strike 1 here on Krause. He's walked 5 and struck out 4, so control has been a problem, but the opposition hitting only .211 against the former Met. 0-1 is a check swing that bends outside and low. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Nolan Reimold waiting on deck. Driven in the only run today for Long Island with a solo homer to left in the second. And the Blue Crabs had an 8-1 lead in the middle of the 4th inning, and we have had no scoring since. 2-1. Ripped into center field. Brown coming in, won't get there. He'll play it on 1 hop. And Mark Krause has his first hit of the day, a 2-out single to center.
Designated hitter, number 20, Nolan Reimold. Number 20.
So here is the aforementioned Nolan Reimold. And here's his day for you. A solo homer to left in the second, a double down the left field line in the fourth, and then a strikeout swinging on a wicked curveball from Runyon in the sixth. Takes a fastball strike from Robert Carson, and it's 0-1. And now he pops it up. Shallow center field. The center fielder Gary Brown with a call and the catch. And that'll do it for the Ducks. No runs, a hit, and a man left. We go to the ninth in Central Islip. It remains 8-1 in favor of Southern Maryland.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Angelo Sano, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Hey fan, this is a pitcher Amali Diaz, and you're listening to the Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
Well, Michael Snyder, first pitch swinging against Rob Rogers. He grounds it to third. Cody Puckett across the diamond to Mark Krause, and it's 1 pitch and 1 out for Rogers, the 5th pitcher of the day for Long Island, as Michael Snyder falls to 2 for 5 in the day.
Zach Wilson, number 29.
So Mario Diaz pitched 1 inning the 8th, 1 inning of work, no runs, no hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. And gives way to Rob Rogers, the 26-year-old right-hander from Islip, just to the west of where we are here in Central Islip. Now Zach Wilson sees strike 1. Wilson 2 for 4 with bookend singles, and in between a strikeout and a flyout. 0-1. Nicely dropped in for strike 2. So Rob Rogers makes his second appearance of this series. He pitched last night in the Crabs' 8-5 win. 0-2 is fouled off. And keeping himself alive is Wilson. And last night, Rogers, 2/3 of an inning, allowed 1 hit, no runs, a walk, and a strikeout. Also a first-year Long Island Duck is Rob Rogers. Went to Islip High School. Spent 1 year at SUNY Binghamton, one of my alma maters in upstate New York, along with Geneseo for me, and he spent 3 years at Keystone College in Pennsylvania. 0-2 is hit deep to right. Phelan Lentini going back in front of the track to the wall, reaches up and makes the grab and then touches the wall. So Zach Wilson gave it a long ride the other way, but it's just a loud second out.
Right fielder number 23, Zach Cone, number 23.
So 2 quick outs recorded for Rogers. That'll bring up Zach Cone, who started his day with a pair of singles. Since then, a pair of strikeouts. So 2 for 4 with a run batted in and a stolen base is Zach Cone. Pops this one up. Left side of the infield. Cody Puckett with the call and stays with it, bobbled it, and Dan Lyons grabbed it. Oh, Dan Lyons was right there to take the carom off Cody Puckett's glove and give it a squeeze to retire the side. Oh, the defensive gem of the day for Long Island, and the Blue Crabs go 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Long Island trails at 8-1.
Hey fans, this is pitcher David Artsma, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks.
Now, what an unbelievable play there to end the top of the 9th with Cody Puckett trying to stay with that pop-up, the wind pulling it all over the place, went off his glove and right into Dan Lyons underneath it to make the grab and retire the side. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Long Island trails at 8-1, and the 4th pitcher of the day is in for Southern Maryland. It is the right-hander, Jesse Beal. So Beal comes in to replace Robert Carson, the lefty, who worked the 8th inning. He went 1 inning of 1 hit, no-run ball, did not walk a man, and had a strikeout. So first look at Beal today and his second appearance of this series as he worked in Friday night's game, the 2-1 win for Southern Maryland. In that contest, Beal 1 inning of 1 hit shutout ball, no walks, and no strikeouts.
Jesse Beal, number 34.
So Jesse Beal to face Cody Puckett, Dan Lyons, and Dominic Blanco for Long Island, the scheduled hitters. Beal, a 26-year-old from Washington, D.C., 6'6", 245-pounder, and has reached high A ball in his affiliated career, which was 6 years in the Baltimore Orioles organization, and pitched last year for Sussex County. So Jesse Beal to try to finish it up, and Cody Puckett to try to start what would be a monstrous rally for Long Island, trailing by 7 in the bottom of the 9th. Beal misses in here with ball 1. Cody 0 for 3 today with a fly out, a ground out, and a pop out. Puts it in the air to center. Gary Brown charging in. It'll drop down in front of him. And Cody Puckett with just the Ducks' 7th hit of the day, a leadoff single. That is the first time today that the Ducks have got the leadoff man aboard. So how about that? It takes him 9 innings to get their leadoff man on. So here's Dan Lyons. He's officially 0 for 1 with a ground out to short, but he has twice drawn base on balls, the only 2 walks issued today by Blue Crabs pitching. Coming off that great backup of Cody Puckett. Takes it the other way down the right field line. That's a base hit. It'll roll all the way into the corner. Puckett around second will go for third. Lyons into second. And it's a stand-up double for Danny Lyons.
Catcher number 15, Dominic Blanco. Number 15.
So a good start for the Ducks here, down 8-1 in the home ninth. Second and third, nobody out for Dominic Blanco. 1 for 3 today with a single up the middle his last time through. So Jesse Beal had a little conversation with his catcher Ryan Wiggins after he's given up single-double since entering the game. And now his first pitch to Blanco is low for ball one. Jesse Beal, 6 relief appearances for the Blue Crabs, a 1-0 record, and a tidy 1.50 earned run average. In 6 innings of work, 6 hits allowed, hasn't walked a batter, struck out 2. Opposition hitting .273 against him. His 1-0 is low and in. It's 2-0. Giovanni Alfonso waiting on deck for Long Island. Crowd of 4,067 on hand here today. Many of them waiting to run the bases after the contest, as is part of Sunday Family Fun Day. Here fouled straight back to the screen by Blanco. It's 2-1. Don't forget, Ducks right back in action tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights at 6:35 with the York Revolution making their first appearance of the season. And the Revs celebrated their 10th anniversary a year ago. We mentioned this is Southern Maryland's 10th year in the Atlantic League, so season number 11 for the Revs, who of course have won 2 titles. Southern Maryland still looking for their first, as here, fooled badly on a changeup was Blanco. He was out in front of it, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Of course, Revs were the one that beat the Ducks in 2011, where Long Island had one of their best teams ever. And York won back-to-back titles in 2010 and 2011. Then the Ducks won it in 2012 and 2013. Here missing low is Beal, and he's run the count full. So ball 4 would load the bases for Giovanni Alfonso on deck for Long Island. Ducks again have trailed this game 8-1 since the middle of the 4th inning. Neither team has scored since then. Crabs with 4 in the first, 4 in the 4th. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes is Blanco, 1 away.
Second baseman, number 6, Giovanni Alfonso, number 6.
I mentioned the Mets today with that blowout loss. Bigger story was Matt Harvey was suspended for 3 games by the Mets for violating a team code, if you will, and Adam Wilk is his replacement, and he was the one that was decked and knocked around by the Marlins. Here's Alfonso taking strike 1. Giovanni today, his first extra base hit as a Long Island Duck was a double down the left field line in the 5th inning, and sandwiched around that a ground out to short and a strikeout swinging. 0-1. Is well hit to right center field. The center fielder Gary Brown moving over will line it up and make the grab, but trotting home from third base is Cody Puckett. Going to third is Dan Lyons. It's a sac fly for Giovanni Alfonso, who has his first run batted in as a Duck, and it's an 8-2 game.
Lord of those right fielder, number 24, Phelan Lantini, number 24.
Check that, 8-2 now. 8-2 is our score. Is that the second run of the day for the Ducks? Their only other run in the 2nd inning on a Nolan Reimold solo homer. So here's Phelan Lantini back at the top of the order. It's now Lyons at third with 2 away, and a check swing roller to second, Garcia to first, and that will do it. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs complete a 3-game sweep of the Long Island Ducks with an 8-2 victory. They have won 3 in a row for the first time all year, and the Ducks have dropped 3 in a row for the first time all season. Long Island's home losing streak has also hit 5 games. Again, your final today, the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 8, the Long Island Ducks 2. The postgame show is next.
Hey fans, this is catcher Alex Bird, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Chris King back at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York, where the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs have defeated the Long Island Ducks by the final score of 8-2. The Crabs scoring 4 in the first, 4 in the fourth. Ducks got a single run in the second and 1 there in the bottom of the ninth, and that was all in a 6-run victory for Southern Maryland. Again, we mentioned the Blue Crabs have won 3 straight for the first time all year. Ducks have lost 3 straight for the first time all year, and after winning their home opener against the New Britain Bees, the Ducks have now dropped 5 straight home games as they fall to 1-5 here at the Duck Pond. Well, again, everybody contributed offensively today for Southern Maryland as they pounded out their 8 runs on 13 hits. The only player who didn't get a hit for the Crabs was Edwin Garcia, and that's why we're going to name their starting pitcher, Justin DeFreitas, as our player of the game. He held the Ducks to just the single run, 5 innings of 4 hit, 1-run ball, a walk and a strikeout. His only mistake was Nolan Reimold taking him over the wall in left in the bottom of the second inning. So Justin DeFreitas, who becomes the first 3-game winner in the Atlantic League with a victory today, is our player of the game. We'll take a break, and when we come back, a full recap of how it went down today in Southern Maryland's 6-run win over Long Island. We'll update you on the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll preview the week ahead for the Flock, and we'll wrap things up. It's all next.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Patrick Kreider, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the Flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Chris King back one final time to Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York, where the kids and the kids at heart run the bases every Sunday afternoon. You see them doing that there, and certainly the Blue Crabs did that today to the Long Island Ducks to the tune of an 8-2 victory. We had a pair of righties going head-to-head at the start of today's game. Matt Larkins for Long Island against Justin DeFreitas for the Blue Crabs, and Larkins struggled from the get-go. In fact, he allowed the first 6 men in the game all to reach on 6 straight singles. It took him 29 pitches to get get the first out of the inning, and 35 pitches total in the opening inning before the Crabs put up 4 runs on 6 hits. They got RBI singles from Snyder, Wilson, and Cone, and a sac fly from Patrick Palmeiro, and it was 4-0 Blue Crabs before the Ducks ever came to bat in the home first. Long Island would score finally in the bottom of the second on a Nolan Reimold solo homer to left, his second homer as a Duck and his first here at the Duck Pond, and we had a 4-1 game after 2 innings, but the Crabs would do it again to Larkins in the 4th inning, and when that would spell his departure as he faced 4 batters in the 4th, couldn't get anybody out and left the game. Tyler Wilson came in for Long Island and gave up a 2-run single to Michael Snyder, another single to Patrick Palmeiro, but all of that charged to Matt Larkins, who finished his day going 3+ innings, allowed 10 hits, 8 runs, and the Blue Crabs had an 8-1 lead in the middle of the 4th inning. Ducks would only score in the bottom of the 9th on a sac fly by Giovanni Alfonso. He did pick up his first RBI as a Duck. It brought home Cody Puckett, but it was way too little, way too late, and Southern Maryland won it by 6. Final numbers today for the Blue Crabs: 8 runs, 13 hits, no errors. They left 7. For the Ducks, 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They stranded 8. The winner is Justin DeFreitas. Again, becomes the first 3-game winner in the Atlantic League. Goes to 3-1 on the year. Matt Larkins suffers his first loss of the year. He's 0-1. The game played in 2 hours and 50 minutes before a crowd of 4,067. So with the victory, Blue Crabs go over 500 at 9-8. They have won 3 in a row for the first time all season. With the loss, the Ducks are under 500 now at 8-9, and they have dropped 3 straight overall for the first time all year. Again, first sweep of the year for the Crabs. First time the Ducks have been swept this season. Long Island has also dropped 5 straight games at home now, where they are 1-5 on the year. And the Ducks 0-3, 3 games into this 6-game homestand that will continue tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights against the York Revolution. Well, speaking of the York Revolution, they are coming in off a rubber game loss today to the Somerset Patriots in Bridgewater, New Jersey. 4-1 the final there. Also a rubber game in Bridgeport today, and right now the Bluefish have a 6-4 lead over the Barnstormers as they play in the top of the 9th. And down in Sugar Land, Texas, the Skeeters stay hot. They have a 5-0 lead over the Bees in the top of the 6th. Sugar Land has won 4 in a row. New Britain has dropped 6 straight, and it looks like both of those streaks will continue if there is no change in that game. As far as Major League Baseball is concerned, both the Mets and Yankees were going for sweeps today. The Mets trying to sweep away the Marlins, but it was all Miami in Queens as the Marlins beat the Mets 7-0, out hitting New York 13-1. The Yankees will send Luis Severino to the hill tonight at Wrigley Field in Chicago as they go for the 3-game sweep against the World Series champion Cubbies. At the 8 o'clock game on ESPN as the Yankees look to push their winning streak to 5 games. So the Ducks have to put it behind them. It was a real rough series at home here against the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, who won it 2-1 on Friday night, 8-5 last night, and 8-2 today. Long Island again is a perfect 4-0 against the York Revolution, as in York, Pennsylvania, they took all 4 games from them this past week, Monday and Tuesday with single-game wins and a Wednesday doubleheader sweep. And tomorrow night, the Ducks will hand the ball to lefty Rafi Perez, 1-0 on the year with a 5.65 ERA, and the Revs will counter with their own left-hander, southpaw Frank Gailey, 2-1 with a 3.00 earned run average. That'll do it from here. Once again, your final score from Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. It was the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 8 and the Long Island Ducks 2. We do invite you to join us for our next Long Island Ducks broadcast. That'll be tomorrow night when the Ducks host the York Revolution to kick off a 3-game series. The pregame show starts at 6:20 p.m. We'll throw the first pitch at 6:35, and you'll hear it right here on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network, liducks.com, youtube.com/ducksbaseball. For my partner, Connor King in the booth tonight, I'm Chris King saying thanks so much for watching and listening. We'll do it all over again tomorrow night against the Reds. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon and evening from the Duck Pond.